Mr. C and Gulo, the ultimate team. Co-op chaos, laughter loud. Bros before foes, gaming proud. Yeah, down. Yeah, down. Final, grab your gear, come take the ride. Static Group Live, we're here worldwide. Pixel hearts and battle cries. Static Group Live, where the legend never dies. We're a static group, we ride or die. Level up together under pixel skies. Dungeons deep and raids collide. Static Group Live, side by side. Draq lights it up, fire burns so bright. Blazing the trail through the endless night. Dymlos sings with a banner held high. Opera notes echo while the mobs all cry. Mr. C reads the Discord scroll. Spot commands, keeps us in control. Gulogulo smiles, oh what a sight. Charm in his hands, the enchanter's delight. We're a static group, we ride or die. Level up together under pixel skies. Dungeons deep and raids collide. Static Group Live, side by side. Marx is quiet, but don't you sleep. Summons are shadows, his secrets run deep. Vindini heals, no one's left to fall. Cleric, shaman, he can play 'em all. Through the wipes, the grind, the endless quest, we found the friends who know us best. When the boss drops loot and we survive, it's all for the crew. Static Group Live. Final, we're a static group, we ride or die. Level up together under pixel skies. Dungeons deep and raids collide. Static Group Live, side by side. Static Group Live, side by side.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Waka, waka, waka. What's in front of Mr. C's face?
Whoa.
Oh, what happened?
His nose.
Oh, I had the
soundboard open?
Yeah, the soundboard. Now everything
Why are you
is
screwing
all...
everything up?
Oh my god. This is so professional. Look at the
no!
professionalism.
Look at me, I'm done.
Are we live?
They've kicked me already.
We are
Oh,
live.
crack.
We are
We're live.
live.
We are live.
Oh,
This is
Draq.
real life.
We're
There we
doing this live.
go. Yes,
Static
sir.
Group
There we
Live.
are.
Yay, we did
There
it.
we are. Look at
Oh
us.
my gosh!
We are
Again,
back.
English
not
went
afraid
on
to
and it
ask
all goes
you.
tits up.
Listen, I'm a professional.
Great job, Draq. Great. Really great job.
All right.
Great start.
This is our often imitated but never duplicated Pantheon end of the year stream. We've been doing this for
3 years?
We have been doing this for 8 years. The channel has been doing this for like 8 years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, super, super fun. Always have a good time with it. I am joined by my esteemed and legendary even MMORPG veterans tonight. In the house,
What?
in his house,
In the hizzy?
in the hizzy,
Literally?
is Dymlos. Look at this. No magical mirrors. We are literally in the same building.
I kind of can't believe we
He
fit at the
is-
same desk.
He is
honestly.
visiting. so-
Green screen.
Yeah.
Green screen.
Totally green screen.
Yeah.
And there's a rock that has grown moss.
Dymlos.
Your favorite warrior, the man who got Joppa to play the warrior,
Yes.
Dymlos.
Was that you?
Yeah. I am the
Smash that
champion of
like
all
button.
warriors.
Champion
everywhere.
of all flag warriors. He is
Banners.
He's a flagette, you might say. We're also joined by Nicolas Cage. I mean, Gulogulo tonight.
Hello. What's up, everybody?
We're also joined
Excited. Onward and upward.
from across the pond. One of our guest hosts tonight's Diabolu.
How you doing? Nice to
Wait
see
a minute,
everybody.
I put an L in there.
There
No,
it is.
no,
that's
it's
right,
an L. Diabolu. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
I was good, and then I messed it up.
If you've not seen,
He was worried and then he wasn't.
yeah, right. If you've
So
not
much
seen
pressure.
his channel, Life Taps and Backstabs, please go see it and enjoy his wonderful accent. You could listen to, just
Yeah.
fall asleep to it. That's the best
There
way.
we go. Are you ready for this, Damos? I got a button. You ready? Boink. In chat.
What did you
His
do?
channel- It's linked to his
Oh,
channel
look at
in
that.
chat. There
Look
you go.
at
Oh.
that!
I know,
Look at
that's-
that!
That's the type of professionalism
was.
that we bring
Thank
here
you
at
very much.
SGL. Yep. We're also joined by the Nathan Napalm. Some of you thought he was making a board game. Some of you thought he died. Some of you, I don't know what everybody else thought, but he is with us here tonight, confirmed in the flesh, real life.
Green
Nathan
screen,
Napalm.
green screen.
I'm here. It's real, and I made 6 board games actually. 6. I'm just trying to get to 10, and then I'll be back, guys.
Take
Um,
that, Therikin
He
Basgrim.
just
take
likes
that.
a round number.
a good round number. Got 10 fingers, need 10 board games. You know.
That just means you're 10 times better than Basgrim with this one board game.
That's life. Yeah. It's
Boom.
10% of me. You know.
Oh.
And last but not least, we have Mr. C, the reader of all things. We couldn't go anywhere without him. The human Spock.
Thank you. Welcome.
But real last, not before least, you forgot our soundboard extraordinaire.
Oh, yes. All right.
The great Vindini is in chat as well.
I am here, but not
As,
really.
Oh, I
as
thought
per the
as-
contract, he forgot to introduce.
he,
Vindini.
he needed a couple more hours before the end of the year. Otherwise, he didn't get his bonus. So,
Well, if you don't go on camera, you're not really here. You're just the soundboard operator now.
Whoa. Whoa.
all right. Well, we are here to talk some Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. We have an assorted list of questions that I'm sure everyone is going to ignore. So,
right.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Do not start with me on any of these.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I know how you do this.
You're
you just
look,
go around
look
the
at
loop.
the squares. They're
You just
all
go
lined up.
around the
Yeah,
loop.
you're up first.
I'm not going first.
All right.
I'm not.
All right.
I'm not even going to answer half these questions.
are
We've
gonna-
got so many people here tonight.
We're gonna talk with the
You're gonna answer him, Dymlos. You're gonna like him.
All right,
we're gonna
fine.
start with the most informed person here, Gulogulo. The new roadmap.
Okay.
That is our first topic. The new roadmap. The last blog before the end of the year blog. We didn't get a chance to cover it on the Rewind. We really didn't even talk about it on the After Dark. So, what do you think about the new roadmap, the new goals? What's your thoughts?
I think it's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot, and I'm being hopeful. There's a lot on
Apex,
there I
baby!
like. There's some of the stuff I was surprised by. You know, on the roadmap itself, you know, there's some great things, the mail system, the player market, just to name a couple. But you know, reading Joppa's post about the roadmap and the additional item stats really caught my attention. And the example he gave was there'll be damage for spell types, spell schools on some of the items. There'll be variations in stats on uncommon items so that people will have a reason to go back and farm an area for the same item to possibly get better stat rolls. I think there's a lot of potential in that. I think they're, if you take that beyond just damage for different spells and have benefits for spell types and different spells on items, abilities for tanks, for damage classes, that opens up a lot of flexibility in how people play and class identity. And I hope they grasp onto that potential that's there for that.
Yeah, it's totally a lot.
Ambitious.
Very
is
ambitious.
the word I would use.
My favorite part is how they threw in Ferrothal in the summer in the summer update. They're just like, oh, there's Ferrothal. We spent 2 years of our pre-alpha lives waiting for Project Ferrothal to drop.
Excited.
And
Onward and
it's
upward.
just like, okay, now we're just gonna toss that one in. Summer 2026.
It's so weird
It's right
because
there.
Fairthal's almost like a dirty word at this point.
kinda
after
Yeah.
Bad times. But
Brings
hopefully
back
it's
some
good.
bad memories. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. We knew
I'm
it
so
had to
happy,
happen
so
at some
happy.
point.
The dark times. All right, well we always have the contrast. So Diabolu is our he's the cheerier type, so he's gonna bring us up. So Diabolu, what do you think about the new roadmap?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, no, it's really good. It is like you said, there is a lot on there. The it's just like all the way getting over to spring, and it's just like a big pile of text. So we are going to have to. I think we are going to have to kind of try and keep them accountable somehow to kind of getting all this through, because we've been here before with like the seasons and everything, and it's like this is what we're going to get in seasons, and this is what we're going to get in the pre-alpha and the plans and everything. So it is going to be a lot, I think. Hopefully they've got the resources to do it all, and hopefully like a lot of it is kind of going on as we're kind of talking about it now, and it's getting ready to drop in. But the Nightfall Crypt, I'm really interested in, and that's coming like next month possibly. So I don't think I was trying to do, when I did my video on the roadmap, I was trying to find some information about it, and I can't find. And I was like poking the devs and just like give me something, like what level is it, whereabouts it. I don't even know where it is on the continent.
Neither do they. That's the kicker.
I'm fascinated by that.
Next month, okay, we'll whip that up. Joppa said they put together what was it, the Wild Bloods that we were talking about, and he put that together in 3 months. So yeah, I mean maybe they don't even know.
So I hope it's going to be bigger than the Wild Bloods, because one of the things with the Wild Bloods, like the Enclave has been so good, and I think the good thing about the Enclave and the exciting thing about the Enclave was the size of it and the exploration, whereas the Wild Bloods is just like a bit of a point of interest rather than an exploratory area to kind of go into. It's just like a clump of mobs. So the Enclave is really good. So hopefully the Nightfall Crypt is a bit the same, and like a dungeon crawl or a bit more space to it.
I mean, it's got to be in Abelia, right? Like right off that skeleton place that we
maybe, or underneath Abelia.
Underneath
I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good place for it.
I don't know. I feel like they have zones and like they're creating and kind of like in zone dungeons, kind of like that they create. But I don't feel like the Nightfall. What is it called?
Nightfall
Crypt.
Crypt. I don't feel like the Nightfall Crypt is like a zone or a dungeon that's in a zone. I feel like it's going to be more like a point of interest. I think. I think the Badia de Cara. I think that's your next big zone.
Yeah,
that's going to drop. I that's just, and I don't know anything. I'm just that's the sense of what I get is that's your next big like area zone that's just going to drop.
But even like Madrun, like I'm a massive fan of Madrun.
Yeah.
As everybody probably
as we watched
knows.
in your video today, we found out.
Yeah. Oh my god, Madrun's so good. It's fantastic. So even if the Nightfall Crypt is that kind of scale and size, but it has that sort of interest going within it, I think that would be cool.
I forgot how good
like
it was
Ambassador said in chat, Enclave should be the benchmark. Like as soon as they can get, if they can just take a section of the Enclave and pull out those kind of mechanics and the exploration going through it. And it's not really a barrier in there, whereas the Wildblood area is a bit like, here's a load of mobs, fight your way through it, whereas the Enclave is a lot more exploratory. If they can kind of get that vibe within the Nightfall Crypt, I think that will be really cool. I'm excited for it. That's the one. And then, obviously, sorry to kind of just tag on again, Ferrothale, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm getting my home city. I'm getting my home
Yay.
city. Ferrothale is finally coming
Elves rejoice.
at some point in the summer.
That's pretty awesome. That is very awesome.
It is really cool.
At least you have your race, unlike some of us.
Uh,
Actually, most of us.
Most of us here.
Oh, but don't even get me started.
Yeah, don't get me started because we still haven't got Amber and Ember elves.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's very sad. And it's not even on the list for this spring update. It's
the races, the new races, or the new race, I guess I should say, or the new races and the new class are not on the list anywhere to be found.
I know they've said
No
that
gnomes.
Gnomes and Scar are gonna look cool, but I still feel like it may not even happen. Like we just it just is scary. It's a scary issue.
Not a complete list.
Yeah,
not a complete list.
I know,
Yeah.
Vindini. Thank you.
That's the thing, isn't it? We've got to keep them accountable for this list now. They've got to nail everything on this list, otherwise we're going to be at them.
Oh, and we do that. There are a lot of people that say on our channel, or they'll leave messages. Oh, you guys suckle Joppa, and that is a little true. We are very positive when there's things to be positive about, but we are also
I'll give them the
we
props.
hold them to the fire.
We hold them to the fire.
Absolutely, we are.
I mean,
the even
Draq's
keel.
already been bringing up Body of Dakara, and
Yep.
that was supposed to
Yeah.
come right now.
We should be playing it right now.
Yeah, we should be. Yep, it was on the previous roadmap as being completed before December was over.
But that was before the money, and that's the reason why
Yeah.
I think.
8.5
hopefully
million
that
reasons to
means-
push it back.
It's expanded. Hopefully that means it's gonna get upgraded like BRK, and
All the rest.
we'll see. We won't know until we.
All right, Nathan Napalm, Roadmap
Yeah.
City. What do you think about the current roadmap? What do you think about for 2026?
What do you?
All right, I'm
do you
just
see
gonna- I'm
anything
just
on
gonna
there
be
that
honest,
just
guys.
excites you?
I just first of all, before I say what excites me, I gotta be brutally honest here.
Tell
Yeah.
the people. Tell them.
I don't believe it.
It-
I'm gonna be
right?
honest. I don't believe
Right?
it. I'm just gonna be honest. I
We
don't.
took
I
that-
mean,
It's
I
hard.
want to be wrong. I want to be wrong, but I just
100%.
that's a lot of stuff.
It is.
And
so much
we've
stuff.
been shown a lot of stuff coming
Before.
just a few months away. All this stuff, so many times that I hope they do it, but let's just pretend like they do. All right, let's pretend like they got the
I just
funding.
want to
they hire
step
a
in real
bunch of
quick. If you
people.
know what Nathan believes in, if you know he believes in ghosts and he believes in Bigfoot, and he believes in a whole lot of things.
I know. I believe in a lot of crazy things. I'm having a little bit of trouble believing this roadmap, though.
Nathan,
But,
Nathan, did we land on the moon?
I don't know. Did we? I don't know. I think we did.
Green screen.
think
Green
we did.
screen.
But I will say, if somebody
to
said
happen.
like, I know the truth, and they got a gun to my head, right, and was like, did we land? I would hesitate. I would hesitate. But I do think that we did. I'm going to be honest. This may be the lamest answer out of all, but I've always loved this feature in MMOs. It's something that is just fun to do for some reason. Only in an MMO. Only in MMOs do I enjoy this. Fishing, dude. I just love fishing.
Yeah.
It's freaking cool.
Ah.
There's something awesome about an MMO, chilling, catching some fish.
Catching
you
some
know.
old boots.
I don't even craft with them. I don't know why I like it. I don't even do anything. I don't do anything. I just take the fish in mass quantities and sell them on the upcoming player market, right? What do they call
Yeah.
it? The
Auction house.
so
Yeah.
The
I don't
auction
like
house, yeah.
craft or cook with it or nothing, but I just like to fish. And I thought I liked fishing games, so I bought in fishing games, and I don't like fishing games. I just like to fish in MMOs only. So I am actually really excited about that for real.
Did you buy that new one? That Fish and Chill? What is that called? That Steve was
No.
talking about the other day.
Fish and
I don't-
chill.
I don't believe Steve's game announcements either. You know? I don't trust his game announcements. Yeah, that's what I would say. I'm most excited about that. I think I've been away for a while, but I know the itemization was a big problem. I know they've done some updates on that, but I think more of that is kind of a big draw for me to play an MMO when there's more cool things to go get and find, and when everybody's kind of still theory crafting on how to get the item and what drops it, and I think that's some of the most fun things. So I think if they do all of this, there's going to be a lot of itemization. I mean, they mentioned updates, but I mean, just having this many new areas to explore should come with a lot of that. almost by default. So I would say that's kind of the most exciting thing. In any kind of undead place, the new crypt or any of that is just so much fun to me. That's my favorite places. So
The Paladin's crazy good right now, Nathan, too. Like
yeah,
a lot of people
I'll be
are saying
back
it's
on
super
very
OP.
soon. I will be back
Whoa.
on Pantheon very soon. I'm
I'll tell
wrapping
you
up my
this,
final
though, in
work
my
stuff.
opinion,
Breaking news.
I gotta jump
Breaking
in. I
news.
gotta jump in. What did Dymlos just say? Somebody clip it quick.
Yeah, we do need to.
It's not my opinion. It's other people's opinion. My opinion is
Flip it. It's
it
going to be
can
the
still be
counter to
OP
Nathan
and
saying
boring.
Dire Lord's a fun class.
Yeah, right.
Dymlos saying Paladin's very good.
It's in a great spot. Like it tanks like nobody else. It can be your backup healer if you need them to be. That's just boring. Like it. All you do is click the smite button over and over again. It's so boring. Ugh. I need.
We
something
do have
fun.
the best dialogue in Terminus in Twitch chat right now, so
Oh,
be
is that
careful what
right?
you say.
Nathan?
Hey, the Dire Lord's a fun class.
All right.
Still stand by that statement, by the way. I do stand by it.
It is fun.
He just doesn't play it.
Super good.
Just don't play it.
Yeah. Right.
Mr. C.
Well,
Roadmap.
going up last, I don't have a whole lot to say, but basically, yeah, there's a lot. This is jam-packed full of stuff. They just really jam-packed it full of stuff. And if they can get this off the ground and do everything on this list, when they say that it's coming out on this list, then it'll be pretty great. I mean, Fairthel in summer, I thought that would be a 2028 thing, maybe. And it sounds like maybe in summer it's going to be, as the kids say, Pog Champ Skibbity.
I don't think they say that anymore, Mr. C.
Well, I make them say it.
Yeah, good. Someone's
We're
got
eating good in the neighborhood. Improvements to the loot systems, great. Quest systems, great. Just general improvements. I don't know what that means, but
it's general.
Great.
It's just general.
Throw it in there. Just toss it in there.
General improvements.
Improvements. Listen, you don't have to clarify what those improvements are. You just have to say improvements.
Just toss it in.
But it is plural,
Hey,
so
listen,
they're going to have to
Maggot you found
make
in your
two
apple,
things
we've
improved.
improved that.
Listen,
Bring
we
up the
made the zeros a
contrast
one
UI.
improvement.
Yeah.
English breakfast served in all the pubs.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Some Earl Grey. Let's go.
Do you think that VR is like, hey, if we put a bunch of stuff out there and we hit like half of it, that everyone's going to be so overwhelmed that we got half of it that they're not going to care that we missed the other half? Do you think that enters their mind, or do you think they're shooting for every single one of these things being done?
They,
You know what?
They,
I don't
They
know.
need to shoot for all of them.
Yeah.
They can't.
Well,
they
Neff-
can't start.
Neff's in charge now, right? I've been gone a while.
I mean, we
but
do
I'm trying to
have the
keep up.
project manager Neff on the case.
He's the project manager. So I have a little more faith.
Whoa.
honestly, That if he was involved in this, therefore they at least think Neff at least thinks that this really can happen, right? So I mean, I think there's some credibility there, a little bit.
How much of this list do you think is 50% done?
0.
Silence says a lot.
If I were to
Wow,
have an answer
okay.
to that question,
Almost none.
I think that would be very strange.
I think.
What?
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Draq.
Oh my goodness! All right, I'll go. I think in the past, and they haven't done this, but we have done this to ourselves as Pantheon fans, as VR fans, right? Where we've speculated, and this has been happening for 8 to 10 years, where we've speculated, and we're like,
Whoa.
They're talking about all this stuff coming out, and so they must have a bunch of it already done, and that is. In the history of me following VR, that is
Whoa.
that has never happened. Not one time has it ever happened where they had stuff done behind the scenes, and then all of a sudden they rolled it out, and it was perfect and done. I've never personally seen that, and so
there are literally hundreds of videos of me back in 2018 saying that.
Yeah, and
Literally
Nathan said it.
hundreds
We've
of
said
them.
it. Like that's not their MO. Their MO is they get a bunch of stuff done and then they release it immediately as soon as they're done with it.
Yep.
It's not like and typically they tend to work on one or two things. And I'm not saying they're not working on other things in the background, but there's like typically just like a few things they're focusing on, they get it done, and then they release it. So I have very little faith that they're like, okay, they're working on like 4 different zones and each zone is halfway done. No, I don't think I don't believe that at all.
That being said, Fairtale's probably halfway done. I mean, because
Maybe.
they had it from back when. It just needed
Oh,
to
it better be.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it
look
was
how
the
long
old art
Black Rose
style.
Keep took, though.
Yeah, but
Oh.
are the redos harder than making this zone from scratch because you got to like
I don't know.
make it look I don't know how any of that works. But
I mean this in the nicest, most respectable way possible. But I think to safely like stay sane with Pantheon, you have to consider that when they are saying this is coming or this is the roadmap, I think you have to take it in the exact same like frame of reference that you would if you were like, 10 years old and your drunk uncle says, "I'm coming over with the greatest birthday present ever," right? And like,
Expect the truck.
who knows what it might be? Who knows when he'll show up?
he's a great guy and you love him.
He's a great guy, though. He means really well, and he wants to really give you the best present ever.
He
And
does.
he has this idea in his head, really is the best present ever. But
And
he
the
might
present
show up
was
a year
a case of
later.
soda.
Yeah.
But
You
that's
might have to
also
wait
kind
till
of
you
why
turn
we're all still
18.
here too, right? Like the hope that they
Yeah.
give us makes us feel good, and when they
Yeah.
do deliver, we get to really cheer for them, and we love cheering for them. But then we get Body of Dakara 6 months later. It's fine. It's fine. If you're
Speaking
if
of
you
cheer for him,
yeah, if you've been
I
here a
mean,
long
if-
time,
if-
you just are used to it. It's fine. It
Yeah.
I think what Draq said about Neff being like the project manager, and this,
Yeah.
if you kind of consider that Neff is now the project manager and it should be a little bit more organized, this feels more like a release schedule
It does.
rather than a roadmap of we're going to try
I
and do
agree.
this.
it's a good point.
Because,
Yeah.
like you said, like in the past, it felt like, oh, we've done BRK. Here, have BRK,
Mhm.
rather
Yep.
than we're going to release BRK in the summer,
100%.
and along with all of this. So this feels like
I
a
was
bit
going to
more
say
like a
something
release schedule.
similar.
Yeah.
I was going to say that the first part of it looks like exactly what you're saying. Like when you talk about 50% done, I would hope Nightfall Crypt and Summoner ability updates are 50% done.
I mean,
I
they've been
don't
my
turning
God, I
down
hope
some
they're
of
done.
the
they're
abilities
like
for so long.
only a third done. But if you look at it, it goes from February to spring, and we've all speculated that spring can be anywhere from like April to June 20th or something.
Oh, I
and
absolutely
we all
think it's
lean
going to be
towards
June
June.
20th
Absolutely, June.
at 11:55.
So that's my point, is if we look at it from there, if we get Nightfall Crypt and Summoner ability updates in January, February, we've got 4 months for them to
Yep.
work.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
a lot of time for them to accomplish those things, and I don't think that's not realistic for a lot of that, maybe not all. Some of those things are huge: rafts, small boats, swimming
Houseboat?
improvements.
Oh yeah,
Like,
there's boats in there,
that,
isn't there?
that's just that's just to name a few for the spring update. Like
Yep.
there's a whole lot of things that are major things on mastery. I mean, those are big deals, and to get those in semi-functional, like not even finished, but just giving us a taste of it is
Mhm.
going to be difficult.
I'm really excited for the mastery, to be honest.
Yeah. Even for me, and this is just for
We
me,
can tell.
I just think that like I'm going to be super forgiving. Like if they get 75% of this list in and it's mostly functional, I'm going to be like total win. Cuz I think that the list is so huge.
I agree with that.
One small point from the soundboard guy. Don't forget that there's a public test realm, so some of this has to be close to being done if the public test realm is coming out early this year.
Maybe.
That's very true.
Good point.
But they
Good
haven't
point.
launched it yet though. So like until they launch it, I don't know.
Seeing
Yeah,
is
PTR
believing.
might be
Be
March.
January,
Yeah.
very soon.
What's up, Militus and Sparrow, old time Pantheon content creators in chat? Very cool to see you guys come out of the woodwork. All right, moving on to question number 2. Mr. C, could we borrow your perhaps elite reading skills
I'm even
to
gonna snooze the ad break so we can all hear Mr. C.
boop?
Or you just let them snooze to my
Ads are snoozed for
dulcet
5
tones.
minutes. You're welcome, everybody. This is a Christmas gift from me to all of you.
I didn't know he had that power. Anyways,
Yeah.
I guess I gotta read fast.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes.
Joppa's thoughts. Hey everybody, Joppa here. I'm writing this on Christmas Day, reflecting on this past year and the year to come. Whether you're logging in for a quick run before family arrives, squeezing in, quote, just one more poll, end quote, after the kids go to bed, or simply lurking in Discord while the house finally goes quiet. I wanted to take this moment to say thank you to those who have been with us from the beginning, all the way to those who have just recently jumped in. You've shown up with your time, your patience, your passion, and your feedback. We don't take any of it for granted. Thinking back on 2025, this year is full of doing two things at once: adding new places and experiences to Terminus, while also building the structural pillars we need to get the game into its final launch-ready shape. Here are the few beats that should stand out to me as definitive moments in 2025. I can't reflect on 2025 without acknowledging early access launch, and a very successful one at that. True.
Was true.
We've had a solid cadence of content updates this year. Nightwolf Knoll, Smoldering Trenches, Ashbreather Enclave, Blackrose Keep, Wildmound Cradle, Hyreth Hill, and more. Overall, we expanded and refined content while listening to how you actually play. This was a major goal in my own character playthroughs that I've been streaming, doing a better job of seeing the game through your eyes. It has been immensely helpful, parentheses, and removed me how addictive Pantheon can be, end parentheses. By December, we delivered a major update to the Wizard class, introduced mounts and taming, and global lighting improvements. To cap the year off, we hit you with a blitz of information about what's coming in the spring and summer of 2026. It's been an amazing year, but in many ways, it's been a year of stage setting for an even more amazing year to come. My most anticipated updates for 2026. As of this moment, there are 3 things looking forward to the most. 1. Class updates. Class identity is sacred to Pantheon. Your class is not a, quote, loadout. It's a role, a toolkit, a mindset. We want the moment-to-moment gameplay to reflect that. In spring 2026, every class will see adjustments, improvements, and in most cases, new abilities. As combat becomes more deliberate and sustained focused, classes will have a deeper arsenal and more impactful tools and choices to meet that pace. Unified NPC templates. This one is huge. Probably the most anticipated overall. We don't want Pantheon to feel like 2 separate games anymore. No more, quote, solo game and, quote, group game with a hard wall between them. That wall has been one of the biggest enemies of organic grouping, enticing exploration and freedom of character progression. 3. The mastery system. I can't wait to dig into this. Feel out the different expressions the classes will have, experiment, and build a playstyle. The mastery system means characters will have a longer tail of meaningful progression beyond, quote, I dinged, I saw a piece of gear. Next. Very excited for this one. Closing thoughts. As another Christmas day comes to an end, I'm reminded of how thankful I am for all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring enough to give feedback. Thank you for testing through the messy parts, celebrating the wins with us, and holding us accountable to the vision that brought us all to Terminus in the first place. We couldn't do this all without you, so thank you. Truly, for being on this journey with us. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you all. Can't wait to see you in Terminus in 2026. Do you want me to also read Neff's notes?
No.
No,
We had to
that's fine.
snooze it a second time because it took so long.
Okay. You hear that, Neff? Suck it.
I'll read Neff if you want.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, go for it.
Ready?
Yep, you're up.
Yeah, cool. No worries. Where's Neff's? There we go. Neff's thoughts. Hi everyone, Neff here. 2025 was kind of a crazy year, wasn't it? Of course, we launched into early access on Steam just before the beginning of the year, but we also released Wild's End at around the same time. Then we added the Nightwolf Knoll in February, alongside moving to Unity 6. The Druid class came online in March, Smouldering Trenches and the Ashbreathers Enclave arrived in June and July, Blackrose Keep in September, and most recently, the Wild Mound Cradle in November. Along there were also a lot of bug fixes. Along the way, there were also a lot of bug fixes, refinements, and improvements based on what you all were telling us. I had sort of forgotten about how many until we went back and looked at all the patch notes for the past year, and the sheer weight of it all hit me. It'll be okay in a few minutes, I promise. As big as 2025 it was for us, 2026 is going to be even bigger. You all probably saw the roadmap update last week, so I won't rehash it, but we're going to be bringing you several big releases throughout the year. We're already working on the updates for the spring, and detailed planning is happening for the major releases coming after that. We're committed to having a fully realised MMORPG available when we reach our 1.0 launch, with everything that it entails, and we're working hard to get there. We're glad to have you all along for the journey. On a personal note, I'm probably most excited about two things coming in the spring: our public test realm and our player market. I'm excited about the public test realm because it's going to help us catch more bugs, and there's a lot of bugs and issues in MMOs that simply don't show up until you have hundreds or thousands of players playing together. The PTR will also give us a much better chance of finding those and addressing those ahead of time. I'm excited about the player market because we've been needing it for a while, but also because having a fully functional game economy is a key pillar of having a game that's built on the core idea of encouraging social interaction between players. Seriously though, thank you so much for supporting us this far, and we hope you're as excited as what's about to come in 2026 as we are. Hopefully everyone is enjoying the holidays, and we'll see you in January. Okay.
Nice. We didn't even have to snooze.
Got straight through it, nice and quick.
Diabolu's giving Mr. C a run for his money. All right.
All right. Woo.
No, I think
I get.
I think that's really good. Does anybody have any comments on Joppa's end of the year blog? We're gonna get to
I
our
totally do.
best and worst
I can't
comments,
help it.
and then our personal what we're looking forward to. But Joppa's blog, Gulo, go.
Class updates. These are in quotes on my paper right here. Class updates. Hell yeah. Mastery system. Bring it on. Unified NPC templates. Who cares? Who cares?
Does that come with chevrons or without
That
chevrons?
paragraph you wrote of nonsense about it being the greatest obstacle to grouping is straight nonsense. Anybody that it was an obstacle to grouping with should probably not play a multiplayer game. The end. There you go.
The end.
The end.
Not a complete.
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a minute, because this is the part that I am a little confused about.
Did you miss the change.org movement, Nathan? Is that what you're telling
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, I don't know anything about any
So
of
there
this.
was a group of Pantheon fans on the official Discord that started a change.org petition to remove chevrons from Pantheon Rise of the Fallen.
How many people signed?
77.
So they're gonna do it now.
Absolutely.
Like, oh,
Yep,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
done deal.
People.
It's a done deal.
It isn't. I don't think it's directly because of that.
It's not. It's
No,
for
no.
sure not.
I don't think it's directly because it was just.
But I think it's a good. I do think it's a good change.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
what are they? What
I'm
are they
not
doing
against-
though? Are they just?
It's the
going to-
chevrons.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
removing
it's
chevrons.
complicated.
What replaces it though? Is what I'm
Nothing.
confused
It's
about.
just,
You have to have
it's just gonna be.
complicated.
It's just gonna be an EverQuest type system where you're
Yeah,
not gonna totally know the full difficulty of the mob you're facing.
Okay. Okay, so they're just going to remove the chevrons.
Basically, yes.
Kind of. So if you go
Kind
back
of,
to
yeah.
how they had it in the pre-alpha, where you conned a mob, and if it conned like light blue or dark blue, you had a rough idea that you could solo it. And then when you grouped up in a group, like if you had 2 or 3 people, you could go and take like dark blues, even cons, maybe a yellow, and then when you get a full group, you could go and find the reds and the oranges. So you end up with a wider range of con information. Whereas at the moment they've spread the con range out so far because we were getting through the content so much as well that the con range for dark blues is just like 10 levels or something.
It's insane.
So that we can address and so that we can take on all the chevrons. So they're removing the chevrons out and then making it so that we can basically all the mobs are going to be the same, and level is going to be more important.
Yes.
Okay.
It's hard to it's also hard to know exactly because we asked Jop about this when we had him on the rewind, and we were like, so it kind of sounds like you're redoing everything because it kind of sounds like you're switching everything. It kind of sounds like everything's gonna be different. And he's like, well, no, it's not exactly gonna be, but it's like it's hard to tell exactly how it's going to change and how it's going to be. I think we're just gonna have to see, because from them describing it, to me, it sounds like a totally new system. Like they're completely redoing mobs and mob difficulty. But other people that read the same thing that I'm reading say, no, it's just, it's the same with some slight tweaks. I don't know. I think we're just going to have to see. And I think the PTR is perfect for this because they're going to test it.
And that might be, they may not know exactly
They may not know.
final
Also,
looks like
always on the
I
table.
think that's probably true. I think there's too much to interpretation. I was going to say, I'm not completely against the change. What I've said forever is it's the timing of the change. And I think the biggest issue is the talk of it. Like the people playing this up like this is a major issue. Reading, saying that this is stopping people from grouping, that's, to me, it's nonsense. Like if you're not grouping because of chevrons, that doesn't make any sense at all. You're not grouping for other reasons. You're not grouping because people don't like you and don't play, or your server's dead, or the camp you want isn't there, so you don't want to play.
It's hard to find people to group with, right? It just
Yes.
if you're just a random guy and you're not bringing a group with you, if you don't have a stat group live, then it's tough because there's not lots
friends
of
don't let friends pug.
Yeah, there's not lots of organic there's not lots of organic groups that are going on out there. So
that is one of the things that they said they kind of highlighted was going to change. Well, not change, but it was going to improve. And like you can play it out in your mind that it is going to improve in the sense of organic grouping is going to be better because you are going to get those solo players killing on the outskirts of somewhere where a group is going to go into, and then when like half a group turns up, then they'll absorb that one player, and then that'll be a group of 4, and then another player will come across. So you are going to get, I hope in my head anyway, you are going to get a few more kind of organic groups forming on the outskirts of these little areas that we're going to be killing into.
Yeah, and smaller groups, 2-3 person groups, right? They've talked about that. So hopefully that's what happens, and I'm all here for it. I think that that's possible. Hopefully that they can make that happen. So super excited.
The thing that happened to grouping was they made soloing a big issue for a while, right?
Yes.
So, Dark blue became the meta in every group. That's what you wanted to get was dark blue, and it was easier to just go solo mobs and get around the same XP because there was no incentive to go after the yellow, the orange. It took too long to kill, and there wasn't enough return. So I don't think there's a problem per se with the chevrons, just the way the balance was between solo and group. I'll shut up now.
No, you're fine. And be ready for more of it too, because
I think you're.
It's going to take a lot of time to tweak. We're moving everything back to the way it was. This is going to be a long time. It's fine. We've been here before. We'll do it again, and then when chevrons come back in 2029, we'll be doing it again.
I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. This part of it, I'm not that worried about. Chevrons, not chevrons, it doesn't really make any difference to me. Just
my only issue with chevrons is that chevrons have worked in other games in the past. Fine, it's been fine. I'm just worried that maybe too much development time is maybe going into this weird system because it's not. It's very weird how they describe it. At least that's how I read it. Where it's like, oh well, if no matter what level you are, if it's a green or a light blue, it just knows you're going to be able to solo it. And then like whites, it knows it's just going to know that, hey, this is for 2 to 3 people. It's just, I'll have to see how it goes. I'm not against 3-man groups, but I think Embers Adrift had the best solution where you had 1 Chev meant you could solo it, 2 Chevs, 2 to 3 people, and then 3 Chevs, it was a full group mob.
3 chefs, scroll group.
They did do some things
Yeah.
right over there, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I
the
agree
way
with
they're
that.
doing that, the 1, 2, and the 3, I think that's just going to change into like white, yellow, red.
Right.
So
Yeah,
the,
it could
like, the
be.
Yeah, that
composition
would
just-
that's a fine solution. And just doing a formula that is just old school also, right? Where it takes more people just simply because it's a higher level mob, right? And
Yep.
it hits harder, but then when it's blue to you, it doesn't, right? Like
Right.
because
Yeah.
now you're stronger than it. Like I know there's a very specific formula to do that, and I'm not smart enough to tell you what that is, but it's been done by every MMO pre 2004, right? So
The way I see
Yeah.
it is it has to be mitigation. And not only that, it has to be not just tank mitigation, but every class mitigation and resistances. Because what you're saying is that, exactly like Mr. C said, is like the cons have to know that, oh man, just because I went from a white con to a blue con, now all of a sudden my nuke needs to do 25-30% less damage so that this class can solo me. If they can figure that out and equate all the resists and get all the armor and get they
Mhm.
have to have every calculation done correctly, and the PTR will help do that kind of stuff, but
sure.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
You
And
think they
is it
do?
going to help groups or is it going to help solo people? And we've said it all along, this is supposed to be a group focused game.
Yep.
There needs to be an incentive to group. If it's the most efficient way to solo or duo or 3, and I've talked about it
Yeah.
before, I think this is also just helping boxers. I think helping solo, helping duos, helping trios is helping people that are going to go in with 2 or 3-man setups and just box and go, okay, I'm just going to sit here on this camp and have my dire lord and my shaman just kill all these blue mobs or white mobs.
I think
And
one
also this-
concern for our group or our static, not to speak for all of us, but we still want a challenging game. So we don't want
Yeah.
the
100%.
removal of chevrons to make it into easy mode. And again,
Right.
once we get our hands on it, we'll be able to see that better.
All
And
right.
the
I
other
think-
issue, just real quick, that also happened in Embers Adrift, where full groups would just specifically go after 2 Chev or 3-man group mobs because they would absolutely murder them and just get experience really quickly. So that's also another issue that might happen in the future, but hopefully it works out. We'll see.
Diabolu.
When it was
Oh.
in the game as well. So if we go back to pre-alpha, when this was how it worked, and we had the con system, and you were able to solo the lower ones and then group the reds and the yellows. The problem and the reason why it didn't work once it was opened up is because we didn't have the content. So we were out leveling the content that we had so quickly that then the only things that we could do was go and kill like the dark blues in groups, and it was the mobs were just getting steamrolled so quickly. So now we've got the content, and we're not going to out level the game so quickly. I think we're going to have a little bit more of a progression going through the game. So I'm confident about it. I think it'll be all right. Fingers crossed they get a formula right.
It's so refreshing to have someone so positive about the game again in chat with us. I love it. Not that we're not positive.
I can bitch about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's up and down.
We love it.
Yeah.
We're still here. We've been here a long time, and we keep coming back for more. So
yeah,
it's not.
And it's all love. We all love
Exactly.
them. We've been here
Well-
forever. Like we want the best. That's why we're here talking
That is
about.
why we're here talking about it.
Exactly.
Either
very
we
easy
really
to
like
look
the
at
game
stuff.
or we're really stupid.
Or
and
both.
we keep stupiding ourselves.
It's very easy to look at the game and just nitpick and pull out all the negative
Yeah,
stuff, but
absolutely.
I choose to kind of look and try and find all the positive stuff, and as well, looking at it in the context of the whole game as well, and that also, a lot of the time will kind of encourage you to see a bit more of a positive look on it, because this will impact, or X will impact Y, and that will impact something else. So
And that's why
That's what I'm
you
always
should
trying
watch
to do anyway.
Diabolu on his channel, Live Taps and Backstabs. Hit the button again, Jack. Boom.
Also, Sparrow says that Diabolu is sounding way more sophisticated than the rest of us.
Oh, duh.
That we're just a bunch of country bumpkins over
It's
here.
the accent.
And
Don't listen to
I've got a
Sparrow.
cheat mode.
Don't listen to Sparrow. She's a witch. She's
Whoa.
those witch boots. Gotta
Whoa.
watch out.
Whoa.
I used to be a tennis coach, and I came and coached over in America for a couple of years. Oh my god!
I bet. I bet. All right, we're moving on forward. Number
Onward and
3.
upward.
All right, we're doing the ups, we're doing the downs. We are the even keeled Pantheon podcast. We say that all the time. We when things are good, people are telling us about how we say too many mean things about Pantheon, and then when things are bad, people are calling us white knights because we're saying too many good things about Pantheon. But we just remain in the middle, and even keeled. That's us. So let's talk about. We're gonna do the worst, and then we're gonna do the best. So the worst of Pantheon in 2025. Am I going first? Do I need to start this thing off?
Yeah. It's your show.
I think the worst for Pantheon 2025, we said it a little bit earlier, but I want to definitely put it down as my worst moment, is pushing Badia de Cara. I think that they were on a timeline, they were on a schedule, and they just pushed it. And I think that VR sometimes has a tendency to fill out these roadmaps, fill out these plans, and then the most important part of what VR does, in my opinion, is create content. We need a lot more content in this game. It's still super light. And if we're going to restart and wipe everything, we're all going to be crammed in the same 4 spaces as we all try to level again. And so we need more places to spread out. We need more content. We have to have more zones. We have to have more places to go. It's too crowded. It's too cramped. So, and we can't just create new servers, because then everybody goes in and out, and then there's server merging, and that's all a mess. What we really just need is more content. And so the pushing of Badia de Caria, I think, was a big deal, and I'm sad that they didn't hit that. I'm sad they couldn't get it out before the end of the year, and I think that was the for me the low point of 2025. But that being said, I'll preface it with, that's not a bad low point. Like, they had a pretty banner year. We were going into the year, for those of you that remember, questioning whether early access was even gonna work. Yeah. Like, we didn't know. Like,
it was too early. What are they doing?
It was 50-50 on whether it was just gonna take a nosedive straight to nowhere land. So,
and based on other early access MMOs,
yeah,
Pantheon came out a little good.
Yeah, I think for overall that the early access piece, and maybe somebody else will talk about that, but I think that went really well. Dymlos,
it's over 9,000.
Your worst for Pantheon.
Worst was definitely not the server merges themselves, but the way they merged the servers. It just was, there was no rhyme or reason to it. Even the ones that they kept going still had no population. So that instead of taking the low populations and mixing them with the big populations, they just put all the big populations together and left the little populations
just subscribed
to still
with Prime.
continue to struggle. So we really missed the mark on server merges altogether. I wish they wouldn't have to do it, but obviously during this time, you know, especially when we're about to wipe again, and no real substantial updates till spring, it had to be done. Like, I totally get that part, but like putting the 2 biggest servers together as one mega server, and then putting more of them in together, and then leaving the other 2 like servers to hang out on their own, that was not well thought out. There was very little thought process behind that. I think they just mixed them and said combine and be done.
Churro, we are actually in the same room. Dymlos has flown out. He's spending a week with me. So yeah, we are actually sitting next to each other. This is not an illusion. There's no bar in between us.
Brothers from other mothers.
For sure.
He's hanging out with my 100 kids, and we're gonna watch a movie with all of them after this is over. So it's gonna be fantastic.
That's a lot of popcorn.
Did Dymlos pick the movie?
He
did.
did.
I
He
did.
did think the movie.
Oh, jeez. Have you previewed the movie?
Oh yeah, all the young ones are gonna have to go to bed.
Hopefully, it's not Watership Down.
Okay.
Are you
I
ready?
mean,
We're,
it's just
we're
Lord
about
of
to
the Rings,
Running Man, the new 2025 Running Man.
Oh,
no,
nice.
don't do
I
it,
cannot
don't
wait
do
to
it.
see that movie. I'm
Good pick.
No, is it not good? Don't tell us it's not good. Don't tell us that.
It doesn't matter. Everyone said
I
the
haven't
old one
seen
was
it yet.
not good, and I loved
Oh,
it.
the old one was awesome.
so good.
Whoever said that's
So
a
good.
fool.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't even reading the question. I just heard progeny and I clammed up.
Yeah. All right, are you done, sir?
that was definitely the worst for me. I just thought that was really terribly done.
Perfect.
And thank you, Man of Rohan. My hair is quite poofy today.
Gulo, worst moment for Pantheon in 2025.
So I got a couple of them, and they're kind of different perspectives, but I got to give it to Dymlos because he just nailed one.
Thank you.
Server merges and sharding. Goodbye, old Stormona. We miss you so much.
Yeah, we miss you.
Duping and how
the
VR
duping.
handled duping.
Mm.
Talking about chevrons. That was a big waste of time for me. That was not a great one. But me personally, class-wise, as an enchanter, no charm.
Oh.
And the enchanter pet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That should be on my list too. I hate that thing. That thing sucks.
You got so much hate for that enchanter pet.
I do. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It ruins
Are
the
they
warrior.
treating charm like progeny now, or are they still saying it's coming, or what's going on with that?
It's still coming.
They're still saying it's coming.
It's supposed to be in for spring. It's supposed to be in on the spring update.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, Gulo, you're only supposed to get one, but I felt like you took four. Do you have anything else?
Land-based did one gift to 10 subscriptions to the static group.live community.
I think that was the biggest impactful on the entire game. I'd agree with Dymlos. Thank you, Lambasted one.
Lambasted
crushed it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In honor of Nathan's return, I think Lambasted has gifted a bunch of subs.
Making it rain. He just wanted to see that hype train. That's a level 4 hype train. This channel has never seen a level 4 hype train.
I mean, surely they saw hype train during Dwimble's eating.
Oh
stream.
yeah, we definitely
yes,
have hype trains going there. All right, sorry, Gulo, are you finished?
You finished. Did you finish now?
I'm finished. I'm
Finished, done.
He could keep going if you need him to.
So,
I think
do
he's
we
gotta
need
go.
to ask
You need me
Dorkachu
to,
anything?
I'll start freestyle.
Diabolu, you're up.
I'm up. Right. I'm curious about this one, actually. I'm curious because I was trying to think of something that maybe wouldn't be picked by everybody else.
Whoa.
And this
Truck
is
just cheered
an
1,000
interesting one
bits.
for me. And it
Shout
is
out to the
art
Dream
direction,
Team.
which has started to slip, sadly, I think. So I'm sure everybody remembers, and if you don't remember, they changed the art direction coming into pre-alpha just before the seasons, and they moved away, and they moved towards this kind of like cartoony, sort of hyper-realistic style. And initially, I was like, well, I'm not sure. And then gradually, as more and more patches came in, they started adding more and more texture to things, and it started looking pretty cool, and I was all right with it. And then obviously the Ashbreathers Enclave landed. I was like, this place is amazing. All the drops look fantastic. The items look brilliant. We got flaming swords. We got glowing crowns. It's fantastic. And then we get BRK and the Wild Bloods. And like the Wave Crasher Cutlass, I think looks a little bit cartoony. The Wild Blood stuff just looks a bit cartoony. I'm just getting a little bit worried that all the art direction is going a bit in that direction. We've lost the textures, and it's gone like the Wave Crasher Cutlass with the bright gold and the weird non-textured blade on it just looks weird. So, and then I'd add on to that. Sorry, Gulu, and I don't know whether you do like it or not. The new Enchanter's Mana Guzzle, which I just don't like at all. It's too aggressive. Like you're stealing somebody's mana. It should be like I don't know, just absorbing through the hands or something. Instead, it's like just a laser beam into your face.
It's like shooting through you.
Yeah. the art direction for me, sadly, it's just starting to slip. I hope they drag it back to like where the Enclave was, because the Enclave is just perfect.
I think for me, I've been so exhausted because we spent like 2.5 years arguing about art direction. And like I'm so exhausted about arguing with people about the art direction and explaining that it's no longer the old art and it's now the new art, that I'm just like I'm just over all the art. I'm just like, whatever. I don't, other than a robe, like where are my wizard robes? Like what the heck happened there?
Exactly.
Like everything is brown. All the brown robes I have. And I'm tired of it.
All the new Ashbreather wizard stuff just looks like potato sacks.
Yep.
So yeah, I just think I was buying into the art direction. Like I was kind of getting it and enjoying it when they started just adding those little bits of textures in there and everything. So I just think it's just slipped just slightly in the last 6 months or so.
I think that's a great point out. Trek D, thanks for the 100. I think 100 bits. 1,000 bits. Thanks for 1,000 bits. Trek D.
Another member of the Dream Team. We've got the Dream Team in chat.
In full force tonight. What time is it there?
That's what we call dedicated. This is the real After Darkers right here.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah.
Nathan Napalm, your worst moment for Pantheon in 2020.
When Nathan left us.
Yeah.
Well, not even reflect, if I'm gonna be honest, but but that that doesn't count. So I gotta say, guys, I know we mentioned a little bit earlier, but I've got to really stress how absolutely ridiculous it actually is. Keep in mind, I've had time to reset my brain. All right. I stepped away. I've done work stuff. I've had time to not be so invested that I'm upset about the minute details. I just cannot believe that we don't have the races in, guys.
Oh my God,
get the freaking races in the game, please.
And they said they look good. They said they've seen it.
Dude, they told us they're done. We're just waiting on this new little update to Unity or the what was it, the HRDPQ or whatever it was, and then we're gonna have all the races in the game. We're just gonna wait for this one little thing. They're done. They're ready. We're fine tuning the animations, and then it's 2 years later, no,
One eternity later.
And it's even if they do release the races, right? Even if they were surprise, Happy New Year, all the races are in the game, they're going to change them 4 times. You know what I mean? So it's I just don't understand. You just do the races, for just a second. Let's just get the races in the game. It's really important to a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It really does add a lot of value to the game. You're making mobs, you're making areas and zones and stuff. Can we just take a second, just get the races in the game so everybody can play what they want to play and feel like they're adequately, represented in their fantasy way, right? It's kind of a big deal. And then secondly, I'm going to have to mirror even though I probably will never play one, this is a class that I enjoy being in games, okay? Bards, man.
I'm saying,
let's get them in. Let's get the bards in the game, dude. There's so many bard fans out here,
There's definitely not one in this chat right now.
yeah. I won't play one. I have no.
Whoa. Truck just cheered 1,000 bits. We need trolls and no blue dwarves. That is all.
I want to see them stealing all the mobs in the dungeon and soloing them while I'm just trying to do my whole group. All the fun stuff. Bards need to be in the game, man.
For sure.
That's my 2 things. I
think we're waiting on Phil with that one though, Nathan. I think Phil is really taking the lead on that one, and it's going to be a while.
Yeah, and that's okay. If it's going to be really cool, but I just feel like we've been saying that for our entire lives. It feels like at this point, it's going to be one. Let's just wait. Okay, but maybe we just get them in, and you can do the updates as time goes on, like you do all the other. It's not like the Bard's not going to get a revamp 5,000 times per year.
Right. Warrior came in with 5 skills.
Yeah.
Skills to level 10. It was not good. Not good.
When it's your class though, and that's what you've been waiting on, you're okay with that.
You're okay
you know
with
what
5
I mean?
skills. Who cares?
The Paladin came out, he was super broke. The other Paladin was, not as bad as some other classes, but like wasn't fully fleshed out by any means. And dude, I had a blast. I was so happy that my class was in the game, and I knew they were going to update it. I knew new stuff was coming. I wasn't worried about that. I just had fun with it's kind of like, oh, we can't celebrate Christmas this year, kids, because we didn't get all the toys we wanted to get you. You know what I mean? Like, give us the toys you got, and you can get us other toys later. It's no big deal. Like, it's better than nothing, right?
100%.
Coming in the game with 5 skills, you're making the summoners jealous.
To be fair, Warrior had no skills in EverQuest either.
Yeah, that's true.
No, we did Rogue. Rogue.
We had all those weapons.
Released in an EverQuest state in Pantheon in a lot of ways.
Truck D coming in with the second 1,000 bits. So he wants trolls and not blue dwarves. That is all. I'm there with you.
Trucky.
I don't think that was a thing. I think it just shows in his, like he donated them.
I don't know.
There's a question. Are we ever going to get languages in the game? Can you remember when you were in EverQuest and you were talking in group chat in different languages to learn everything?
Oh, I don't know. That sounds like
that wouldn't take long, right? You just tell AI.
That sounds like too much, right?
Yeah. Let's not add that into any roadmap now.
I think that was supposed to be part of perception, and I think.
Oh yeah, no, I do remember them talking about that with perception.
If you're a gnome, if you're a dwarf, if you're a different, you're supposed to have the perception of these different languages.
Do we have any perception?
I didn't know about learning other languages.
Do we have any perception
deserves its
updates on this on our roadmap?
I don't see any.
Uh-oh.
Not a complete list. Not a complete list. DM.
From the shadows. All right, Nathan, are you done?
I'm done. Yeah.
All right, Mr. C. Totally stole your whole bard take. But
I was waiting. I was waiting. I was like, don't say bard. Don't say bard. Don't say bard.
Sorry.
Well, I will just add this. Job has been talking about how great bard is, pretty much even more this year than he has the previous years.
Yeah.
And if you keep hyping it up and it's not that great, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to complain.
And we need to make sure Mr. C is always happy. Number one
make
priority.
Sure I'm always happy, or I start making negative Nancy videos.
Dorkachu threw out a great honorable mention, by the way. Dymlos' shield.
Oh yeah.
I was going to bring that up too, kind of.
Just fix the damage shields already.
Obviously, yeah. There's bugs that have been in the game for a while that kind of need to get fixed. Like the buffs. You lose all the buffs when you zone. That's very annoying. Or even just like if you log out and you log back in, you can't have the cool buffs that like some random shaman gave you. That's pretty annoying.
Better just make it a meme and put like a Mez break counter on the shield so you can see that he broke Mez 9,999 times.
But
sorry,
other than everything everyone's already mentioned, it feels like up until recently, development's been very sporadic. I.e., mounts, adding tameable mounts in the game, and I know it's cool and everything. It just the world's kind of small, and I get it's a cool little like side activity. I feel like there's bigger fish to fry than mounts, but they added it, so I guess this is our bed that we're left to sleep in.
I think that there's a few things that they seem to hold very dear to them to the game, and it's like a one and done. Like the mounts are like there are people in my guild who are just like going mount central and just taming everything.
Yep.
Which is fine, but I went in and just tamed a mount. There we go, done it. Like 5 minutes of content. That's it. That's me done. Same with like the teleport stone going down into Halnir. Like it's just a one and done. You go down there once and then you can teleport back and forth. Like it's not the exploration to do it once. You've taken that away then for the one and done kind of thing. So there seem to be a lot of that sort of stuff going on in the game at the moment. Just like throwing things in. Oh, this is going to be really exciting and really interesting.
Well,
whereas actually it's 5 minutes of content and you're done with it.
I've said this before, but I personally think the mount thing is because on the original Kickstarter, and I've said this a few times, on the original Kickstarter, that VR has said that they're going to honor the original Kickstarter pledges. And on the original Kickstarter pledge, at the top tier of the pledge, there was a mount. So I think that's the reason why mounts had to get in. Not necessarily why mounts had to get in now, but why mounts had to get in at some point. So, I think.
I mean, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. When you have a team so small working on an MMO, which is a giant project, and everyone acts like, "Oh, I'm gonna do my first game as an MMO." Stupid idea. Don't do that. But when your team is so small, every second you put in that game is precious. And you have to kind of realize what is going to get the most use out of every little second that you're putting into the game.
100%.
What if taming is a lead up to charm?
It might be part of the code.
It might be.
Then it's the same thing. That's another one of the things of like, oh, we've done something here, have it. Because that code could just be sitting there in the background.
Right.
Like they could drop the mounts with the spring update.
And then
that's not a problem. But they needed to get the reason why they put the mounts in is because the coding needed to be there ready for all the taming going forward. And maybe like
I have been here for so long.
But they didn't need to give
showed charms. He's shown that charm is in the game. It just doesn't work the way they want it to. Like it doesn't when the mob breaks, when charm breaks, it doesn't return to where it's supposed to go. It doesn't act the way it's supposed to. And that's something I said, just like Nathan saying put an incomplete class in. I said, put it in the game and fix it. Like let us go test it and see when it breaks. And all of a sudden if you have hundreds or thousands of people writing bug reports saying this doesn't work in this scenario, this breaks it, the terrain breaks it, this rock breaks it, whatever it is, you're going to have more data to fix it than you do when you have a dozen devs playing it for a couple hours here and there.
All class abilities, get all the class abilities in, because then you can kind of balance and tweak and do everything. Like they put the enchanter pet in and it's nowhere near the finished version of what the enchanter pet is going to be.
It's in fact the worst version that it could be in.
Vindini, quickly move on. Then we got to go to best. We got to get to the good stuff.
You've heard of failure to launch, failure to wipe. I think we should have had.
Yeah, that's really good.
And especially when you introduce like new itemization. I don't understand how you test new stats on stuff when you have really powerful stuff floating around in the game on low level characters. Okay, that's it.
Well, that was really good, Vindini. All right. Out with the negative. We've got that out of our system. We're back to even keel, and now we're going with the best of Pantheon in 2025. And since I get to go first, I am taking the best one, which is what we're calling $8.5 million that VR got. It's not official.
That's a made up number.
That's a made up number that Static Group Live is going with. They've said they received millions of dollars of funding in a world, in a gaming landscape where MMOs are getting canceled left and right, all over the place.
It's huge.
Projects are being descoped. People are being shuttered. There's developers that are begging for people to sponsor them, and they're just getting fired all over the place. Our MMO got a huge influx of cash. It's huge. I think it's the biggest thing to happen in the entire year, maybe the biggest thing to happen in the last couple of years. I just think it's massive, and it can't be understated. And I think an influx of cash is exactly what Pantheon needed. I think that they will hire some more people, and I think maybe that gives us a chance to complete this massive monstrosity of a calendar / giant spring update. So I'm very excited about the fact that we got millions of dollars, and I think it's just so good.
Couldn't agree more.
Dymlos, your
Houseboats?
Houseboat. Let's go. You're number one.
Okay, well, I'll go next because I'm definitely not going to take anybody else's answer, so don't worry about it. Everybody after me. And this is going to be the hottest of hot takes. And it's not my number one best thing, but I have to mention it here. How wrong I was about mounts and taming. I was so unbelievably wrong because I hated it. I didn't want any part of it. And then Marks and I took a day and we went out to all the different places and got our skills up and got our mounts And you know what? I kind of like the system. You have to get it at a stable. You can't just summon it like in EQ2 or EQ1. You have to go to a town, grab it, take it out to where you want to go, and then you have to pay monies to have someone, whoever, put it back in town for you. And the better the mount is, the more it costs. So it becomes a real money sink if you want to take out your real expensive horses. But I actually really like this system. I like the taming. And you know what? I got to catch every single one of those horses. Got to catch them all. Got to catch them all. I love it. I am so blown away by how much I loved it after hating it. After hating the idea, pissing all over the idea of even having mounts in the game because there's literally 3 zones. But it actually is quite fun. I had a great time.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah.
That is the most Dymlos answer I've ever heard in my
Thank
life.
you. Thank you. I agree with you, Mr. C. I was blown away by how it's not even at all fleshed out. Like there's 3 spots to go get horses. It's nothing. But I had a lot of fun. Marks and I just sitting there camping horses trying to get them. And it was fun. We got a bunch of rare horses.
What animal that have you walked past and thought, oh, they're going to make that
they're
going to make that tameable in the future?
Elephants. I have to have an elephant.
One of the giant chickens. I want the giant chicken.
Yeah.
I want a snake when they were standing upright.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. All right. Dymlos, go crack your packs in Pokemon Pocket. And Gulo, what is your best moment for Pantheon in 2025?
Well, I got to give a shout out to Draq because he obviously stole the big dog in the room with the funding, and hopefully we feel the echoes of that, into the years coming up. I again wrote a couple, but I'm only gonna do one because everybody else is focusing on one, and I'm gonna go with the EA launch because again, like Dymlos, we were all wrong. Like I was wrong. Dork 2 loves hearing it. I was wrong.
So
we all thought
ate a lot of crow that day.
Bad timing, and I think the biggest thing, it was great. It was great. It was a success for VR, but I think the best part of all of it was getting the Steam crowd, the $40 crowd, getting these people that weren't just hardcore followers into the game, realizing it's fun, realizing that it is early access, and that it's going to have work and it's going to have patches and it's going to have wipes. And you need those people. You need those people that are ready to fade away and come back and give it a try when different classes or races are added and new patches are coming in. And I hope, in the long term that EA turns out to be one of the big turning points in an upward direction for them.
100%.
Yeah. We were very skeptical about EA.
Oof.
I won't say that I was negative about it, but we were very skeptical. We're like, this could go either way. Yep. No. And when you can't put the genie back in the bottle on this thing, so but they killed it. They killed it. They absolutely killed it. So I think it was great.
I think the scary thing going into EA was the fact that they promised seasons and they promised the content in seasons, and then they didn't hit that.
They didn't hit it.
And then when they said, "Oh, we're going to go into EA," we were like, "Oh no," because you can't hit the stuff that you're doing in seasons. And then the EA landed, and it was so successful. And it had so much positive reaction on like Game Radar or whatever it is, on all the forums and gaming websites that were reviewing it and everything. And that brought in loads of people. Okay, might have had a little bit of a backlash, I think, with the type of people who were coming in, but educating them about the game and introducing them to this kind of game, I thought has definitely been really beneficial.
Yeah, and we were saying the same thing. We're like,
you can't do this.
Seasons crashed and burned.
If you remember, Draq, I wrote a heartfelt note that I read on After Dark where I was like, listen, you can't do early access. I was also very sick. and this was back when there was recently a bug where everyone was meleeing and doing like 2 damage when they were level 30.
Tools. With the tools. That was a fun bug.
I was like, you have to delay it if this is in the game right now. But yeah, I guess I was wrong.
Yeah. And honestly, this is what gives me hope for the spring update, is the fact that they nailed EA, that they nailed it. And and you could find people that didn't like the EA launch or whatever, but like for us as both being even keeled and just sitting here, and we take the good, we take the bad, we call it out.
That's the facts of life.
Yeah, they did a good job with EA, and so that gives me hope for this spring update. Like the Dymlos calls it the apex, and so we're really excited. The EA was really, really good. Anything else you want to say, Gulo?
You can say another one if you really want to.
I'll give an honorable mention. I know Vindini is gonna feel me on this one. Group buffs.
Oh, group buffs are good. Yep.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Level 30.
Yeah. Could put him in a little earlier, but yeah, group buffs are good.
No, level 30 is fine.
There he is. He's still alive.
Diabolu, what was your favorite moment for 2025?
Okay. I'm really enjoying all this because I've written down, like, I've been trying to kind of guess, not really guess, but
He's
kind of
got
have an
8
idea
and
on what you
he's
might be
narrowed
thinking.
it down.
And then I go, this is what I like. Anyway, yeah, so this isn't going to come as much of a surprise to some of the people in chat who are in my little dream team static group, but the Ashbreathers Enclave, I thought,
yeah, very good,
was phenomenal. I thought it was really, really good. It was just at the time, because we all in our guild we all ground up to like level 50, and we ground to level 50 doing the elves over in Wild's End, which were like green. They're green at level 49, so you've got to kill thousands of the damn things. And then the Ashbreathers Enclave landed, and it was absolutely revolutionary to the game in terms of what it changed the game to, because until then, arguably maybe Mad Run, but the Goblin Caves at level 10 was the best of the game had ever been. Like the Goblin Caves at level 10, when you're leveling up, you haven't got any gear, and you go in there and you try and get all the way down to the chief room, that was a real challenging, enjoyable grind or dungeon crawl down into there. And then there was nothing after that, and then the Enclave landed just after the trenches, and we were all kind of killing over in the trenches, exploring all of that, and then we were trying to get into the Enclave, and the mechanics in there, and it was the scale of it as well. Like I was saying, it's not like the Wildblood, the little mound with the Wildbloods. It was a huge big dungeon, and the scale of it, and going down there and trying to work out what the mechanics are, and then you get pulled in by the Paladin, who then pulls you again, or the Smoke Knight, who they just get chain pulled in, and you die halfway down the corridor over there. You're like, well, how am I going to get my corpse back now? And try to work out all the mechanics in that place. And I think that needs to be, that Ashbreathers Enclave is the target. That's their target. And whether it was by luck or judgment, or whether it was them planning it out, that's what all their kind of best area zones need to be. And we ended up, we went down into it, and we were clearing it, and we got really, really efficient at doing it. But then also, we ended up looking through our spell books going, actually, this is a really annoying mechanic. Like, how can we stop that? And we ended up using spells that we hadn't used since level 12. Like, I put caltrops back on my bar, on my rogue, which I hadn't put on since level, like, in the Goblin Caves. I hadn't used it because it's pointless. It's rubbish.
Right.
And then you go into the Enclave, and it's suddenly phenomenal for one particular mob. And you're like, oh, that's genius. And then we had our cleric who was starting to use the bolster to stop the stuns coming in with the big golems. It was just, it's a really, really good zone. And I would have loved to have put it in my top 5 places video to go to, but I just thought it was a little bit too high in terms of, you need to go and experience this.
You should just make a video
you've got to be
about
like level 40, 41, 42 to get into there. But it was so much fun. Kind of like breaking the mechanics and the size of it. And then obviously we end up with Teldaris as well at the end for the raid boss, which is still being really enjoyable today. So yeah, Ashbreathers Enclave, I think that needs to be, that's the blue ribbon zone after original Mad Run, because Mad Run, I absolutely adored original Mad Run.
Original Mad Run
so
was super.
Yeah, Enclave, that's what they need to reach whenever they put anything in.
Original Mad Run was super brutal.
Oof.
Like, just
fun.
It was amazing.
Super fun though.
Super fun.
Yeah,
we died.
We had monks feign death pulling off each other to try and get mobs out. It was so cool.
I was solo pulling it on a monk, and yeah, you just you go, I got 2 mobs, and then 8 just teleport on top of you and melt you.
It was awesome.
All right, Nathan Napalm, your favorite?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Diabolu. Did you have? Did you want to say anything else, or is that?
Nope. I just wanted to wax lyrical on the Enclave because, I will always give them the props when they do something that's really, really cool. And the Enclave is.
Hold on. Before we go into Nathan, I need to ask you, Diabolu, so I'm reading in chat here, and someone was very happy that you are here because you are someone that, well, we don't say the R word around here because that's not a real word. Multi-group content is what we're calling it. That someone has experienced multi-group content here on the channel. Does everyone that does the multi-group content actually call us the noobs? Are we the noobs on Static Group Live?
No, we can name you the noobs. That's fine. Static Noobs Live.
Static Noobs Live.
No.
Static Noobs Live. You can rename the channel. That's absolutely fine.
I don't think that's quite as catchy. I will have to say
it will never catch on. We'll never catch on. Just trust me on that one.
Our year this year has not been our most hardcore year of Pantheon.
Definitely not. Not even close. And we did that on purpose. Like we've said from the very beginning, after when EA started, this is not a game that unless you really, really want to bust your hump to get to 50 on multiple people, that's fine. But we've experienced it. We've been playing for 5 years, right? Like it's. We don't need to really crank through it to see. We've already seen the game. Now we haven't seen Ashbreathers, which we really want to go to.
That's really the only thing we haven't seen yet.
We're really gonna grind it out.
Ashbreathers is phenomenal.
Well, now that it's 2 times experience, we're gonna really grind it out. We're gonna get there. So hopefully soon there will be
level 40,
Ashbreathers
level 41. You can go in.
Well, then that we need to start going.
We're there. All right, Nathan. Enough about our newbiness. Get to Nathan.
let's be honest. I think everybody here has some great answers, but let's be honest here.
Let's be honest. We've been lying up till now. Nathan the truth bringer is here.
Let's dig deep. All right. The best thing in 2025 for Pantheon Rise of the Fallen is without a doubt the same thing that will be great with Pantheon Rise of the Fallen in 2026 and beyond, which is the friends we made along the way.
100%.
I'm just kidding. That was just I just had to do that because
the enemies
stole every answer I could possibly think of. So definitely the money injection, right? Like that was what VR needed, right? They needed money. They needed funding. I honestly still think to this day that the Steam thing, I thought it was a bad idea. I was very, very vocal that I thought it was a horrible move to make. Steam is brutal. People are just brutal on those reviews, especially with MMOs, right?
100%.
They pulled it off, and I'm really proud of them. I'm really happy to be wrong about that. But I do think that decision was almost they had to. I think that was a monetary, like, we're running out of funds. We got to make a move, right? Or we're not going to make it. Which I understand, right? Like, I would rather have anything than Pantheon. Well, not anything, but most things than Pantheon to not exist. So I think they had to do it, but they pulled it off, and hats off, because there's bigger projects, let's just say, without naming names, who've tried to do this in the past or recently even, and it's difficult, right? It's a really hard move to an unfinished product, especially in MMO. People really judge those on a different level than a single player or a 4-player game, right? So yeah, I'm really proud of them for that. And I don't know what they had to do to secure that funding, but do it again. Whatever you did, do it again, right?
Some people have speculated that attached to the, and this is pure speculation as far as I know, but some people have speculated that they have to stick to roadmaps. And that's why we're getting all the blogs, and that's why we're getting the very specific thing. I don't know anything about that, but I'm just saying some people have rumored that. It's been around the Discord, so I don't know.
Which is a great point.
Which would be great.
So
I mean, honestly.
So I've got a new one that nobody else said, actually.
Perfect.
Neff becoming, making sure
also
that
real good.
Everything's on track and giving a little bit of cadence, a little bit of responsibility and kind of making sure that things are hopefully more timely. I think they needed that. They needed a leader who could I just feel like it was very sporadic before, right? I think you just had a lot of people saying a lot of things. I could imagine a meeting online and everybody's kind of arguing over what's the most important thing to do now or to focus on. I feel like having somebody who can kind of just step back, look at all the puzzle pieces and figure out what needs to be focused on is going to be a really big deal. Yeah. And I think Neff was probably a really good pick for that.
And I think
it's going to be a completely new game in spring. Totally new game.
I think
we're going to end up with all those positive reviews again on all the game websites again. Like Pantheon comes back hard with this spring update, etc. So
I can't wait.
Yes,
it'd be great. I think also Nathan too is like it seems like from the outside looking in, and this is just what it seems like. It seems like they've empowered him, because I don't always think that necessarily the problem is they didn't have good people managing things. I feel like the people that were in charge of the managing things maybe didn't have all the power that they should have, and the power was just in the people that were just like going out saying, hey, let's do this and let's do this, and they didn't have like the power to rein those people in. So it kind of seems like you said before, like now it's a unified vision, now it's a unified plan, and we're kind of moving forward. So hopefully
very, very quick like post note, if you like, on all of this. Jopper playing the game.
Yeah. Oh, also big one. And his return. Huge. His return to streaming. I thought his return to streaming was done really well.
Hopefully we just didn't take Mr. C's choice.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that Mr. C. Yeah, I think him playing the game has suddenly made him go, oh, hang on a minute, they've been asking for this for 2 years. I can see why now.
All right, Nathan. All done?
That's it.
Perfect. Mr. C.
Well, I might as well try to get all the ones that everyone forgot.
Perfect.
First off, and this was the one I was the most excited for, which is weird to be excited about this, but wipes.
Yeah.
Because when the mastery system, they're like, hey, mastery system's coming back. And I was like, we have 20 million mastery points already going. How's this going to work out? Are we just going to be overpowered? Wipes, great. Gets rid of all that duplicated, dumb monies. Everyone starts fresh. I think that's great. I think the wipes are a good thing. And it makes more people want to come back in the spring update for more reasons. Some other good things that came out in 2025. Black Rose Keep.
Good.
I think Black Rose Keep was great. I feel like it was a better new content than Ashbreathers, because Ashbreathers is like level 40 plus, and a lot of people aren't that high because it takes a long time to level up that high. It takes a long time. So now you have an area where both the people who are around 40 or 30 plus or whatever, they get a piece of that pie, and also the people who are in the lower end, closer to 20, they also get a piece of that pie to try out and get to do the new cool stuff. And also just Wild's End. Wild's End was cool. It's nice to have a new starting area.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank God. Even though no one used it, we used it, but it was still great.
We had a great time with Wild's End. It was one of the funnest times I've had in Pantheon, where we didn't know where we were going, we didn't know what we were doing. We were just wandering around looking for mobs that are at our level to kill. So that was super fun.
Ruins.
Yeah, love the ruins.
Yeah.
Love the ruins.
Good.
So good. And it's so big. Those ruins, you can have like 12 to 15 to 20 groups in there, no problem.
I don't know about that many. I don't know about that many.
A lot.
All right. I like to over-exaggerate.
A couple groups. A couple groups.
You could probably do 10 in there. Maybe not. No one would get names, but you could, if it's just a straight experience group. Yeah, you could probably do 10. There's so many levels on that thing. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
definitely in spring with the time to kill changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when everybody wipes and we're all there, like we've already decided we're going Wild's End again, because like there's not the same type of bottleneck that there is in Throne Fast.
When you didn't get spiders, well, it looks like you're getting left behind.
100%. Okay, continue, Mr. C. Sorry.
I think that was pretty much it. Just those three things. Unless I can think of anything in this 1 second. No, I can't.
Very cool.
It's really interesting kind of having this conversation with you guys, because like you say you love Black Rose Keep, and I didn't but then the reasons that you did like Black Rose Keep, I didn't experience because I was above it.
Right.
So yeah, it's interesting hearing the
that's why we brought you
the
on.
other side of the coin. Kind
You're
of
the
thing.
multi-raid content guy, or multi-group content guy. Thank God you're here.
I did do Black Rose Keep at 15. Like I kept a class.
Oh, you did it
ready
straight.
to go
Well,
in.
that's good.
So I did do it at 15 and like up through into the 20s, and
Like, don't get me wrong, it's not the most perfect zone ever, but
it's
big.
content for you
Yeah.
for that
range.
whole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I
Because there
do
was a big
agree with
gap,
what
wasn't
you
there?
said, Diabolu, about the art and the itemization there. Like, the stuff doesn't look great. It's not like you're getting stuff and going, oh, this is so cool. I feel special. I feel unique. I feel like I got something cool. It's like, okay, I got to upgrade. Like, let's move to the next upgrade.
Yeah.
Where
Like,
are
there
my
was some
purple
areas of it that
robes?
had like really nice chests and like the ground, what do you call it, populating the ground with like lots of chests and rocks and logs and things. That had a bit of texture and interest to it, but yeah, as a zone. Anyway, this is the positive bit. Sorry.
All right, perfect. Capped, best, worst, done. So we're moving on to the last question of the day is, what are you looking forward to most in the spring update of 2026? Numero uno. For me, that is the auction house. If you have followed this channel at all in the last 8 years, you know that Draq loves himself some auction house. He likes to buy low and he likes to sell high. And all the noobs out there are at my will, and I will take all their money from them. So I'm very excited for the auction house. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited that they're going to have continental auction houses, because I know that if you put an auction house on each continent, that I can absolutely travel between each of those continents, and I can even screw you harder than I can with just a one auction house. So it is going to be very fun. You will not see my name on any of the sales that I will be making, because I will have a spoof character. So just know that if somebody undercut you, it's probably going to be me. And how about you, Dymlos? What is you looking forward to most in the spring update?
Well, not so much the spring update, but springtime when the update comes out.
Yeah.
You know, last year at this time, I made a goal. You had asked us what goals you wanted to see happen.
Oh.
And so I said, and at that end of the year show last year, that we would have Jop on the Rewind. And lo and behold, it came true.
We did. I can't believe you didn't list that as the best.
Yeah, I mean, listen, someone needed to talk good about mounts, because everyone's shitting all over them, and I really liked them. Anyway, so now this time, now I got to say it again, because it comes true if I say it on this show.
If it does.
So,
I mean, yeah.
My goal is to have Joppa on again the Rewind when the spring updates happen. So now that I've put it out in existence, it will happen.
So let it be written. So let it be done. Game over, man. Gulogulo.
It's going to be important. He's got a big list to be kept accountable for. So
absolutely. And we will
ask. Can you
him.
put a prediction, Dymlos, that I'm going to make $1 million next year? Can you do that?
I could do that, but I won't.
Draq, I think you like didn't talk up the auction house enough. Like, I want to hear you talk more about it. Go.
More about the auction house. I mean, we don't know tons of details about the auction house. I'm just excited to have any auction house at all.
He just likes to rip people off.
I just really do. There's been several MMOs where I've maxed out the money counter. Like they wouldn't let me get any more money. So.
Oh wow, okay.
That was the game.
I've done it on World of Warcraft. I've done it on Guild Wars 2, and there was another one. Was it EverQuest? No. I don't know. Anyway,
it was just WoW.
No, WildStar. It was also on WildStar. I maxed out the money on WildStar.
I'm not sure you could max out on EverQuest, could you?
I don't know.
No idea.
2. It would have been EverQuest 2. But yeah, I think it breathes so much life into the game. This is my crafting, right? This is what I like to do. I don't like to craft. I'm not into crafting items. I don't really care. I pay crafters money. I'll gather some stuff, which is fine. I'm not really into it though. I just like to be helpful. But I just really enjoy buying and selling things. I enjoy the cutthroatness of it. I enjoy the that there's a marker, like I can make this much money, and that it just keeps going up and up and up. And I don't know, I just have a knack for it. And I've just been really good over the years. And so when you're good at something, you like doing it. And over the years in MMOs, I've just been able to identify like different things that if these things are present, like if there's an item that you could turn in for a quest that's tradable, and but everyone has to do it, then I'm locking onto that item instantly, and I'm just cornering the market on it, right? And I'm just like jacking the prices up like all get out. And so
who was the guy who bought that Pokemon card, and he's bought like 2,000 of them, so he now owns, like, it's a really cheap Pokemon card, and now he owns all of them.
I just saw this actually. Shoot, it's a really crappy Pokemon, but he owns them all.
I don't play, but like he bought 2,000
he's
of
like
them,
known
and now
as
because he owns them all,
this Pokemon name.
the price has gone up.
Oh, he has like thousands and thousands of the card. Why can't I not? I literally just watched a video about him.
You are Mr. Pokemon. Yeah. I don't even understand what's going on here.
Yeah,
anyway,
Mr. Pokemon.
I just think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna breathe life into the game. Currently, buying and selling them items, it barely happens. Sometimes it does, and I know that Joppa has bought a couple things on his stream, but like, come on, is that really a people selling stuff to Joppa because they just want to sell stuff to Joppa? I don't think is really a fair representation of people selling stuff. I just think
I did laugh whenever he was like, I made 8 gold selling some runes.
Yeah, I'm just like, come on, man. Come on. I want a real economy. I want to buy and sell stuff. I want to figure out what is worthwhile, what is worthy, and what is not. And I find that to be fascinating. So
And I want to add something to what Draq's talking about.
Yeah.
Because I'm not as into it as Draq. But I do share a love for it in the sense of like, once you find an item, my favorite thing to do is like you find an item that I don't know, it could be used for crafting or whatever, but it's not real. There's not a lot of those. People don't want to grind for it. It's usually something you got to kill to get, right? And it doesn't drop often, right? And I enjoy finding those things and going out and just killing that thing over and over. And it's almost like a quest, right? It's almost like an old school, the kind of quest everybody else hates, but I don't mind, where you just kill tons of the same thing until you get that item. Except for, it's not a quest. You're getting monetary, in-game funds for it, right? And you collect like stacks of whatever it is. You take it to the auction house, you put it up, you set your price, and you check them back like, oh, did it sell? Oh, I sold another stack, and you're farming for more of it. And I do think that adds a lot to an MMO. I really do.
Yeah. It's a lot of depth. Like it adds a lot of depth to a game for me. And I'll log on just to do auction house stuff every week. Absolutely. No matter how dead the game is, I'll still log on to check my auction house stuff. So,
Diabolu's the Kabuto King.
Oh, is that the dude who did
he bought a bunch of Kabuto cards, and the reason I just saw him is because GameStop, started buying Pokemon cards, and publicly said, like, tweeted out there that the Kabuto King would get dibs on every Kabuto that came into GameStop. So
they're helping him.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It's hilarious.
They're helping him Monopoly.
They've sided with him. That is wild.
All right, Dymlos.
What?
Most looking forward to? Oh, you said Joppa.
He's getting Joppa back on.
Yeah, you're getting Joppa back on. I'm also very excited for that. So I appreciate you announcing it on the show. Gulo.
All right, so I got a bunch, but I'm gonna go with 2. I know I'm going more than I'm supposed to.
Gulo is breaking
these
all the
2
rules
I've
tonight.
said for years. I'm sure I said it last year. I'm sure I said it the year before that. I'm sure I've talked about one of these already today.
I know it's
Charm.
Yep.
Charm Charm.
Hello,
Charm. Can't say it enough. Charm was supposed to be here. Both of these things actually were supposed
I don't see that in
Joppa
the,
said both of them should be here for EA, the launch of EA.
It was it was in one of the previous blogs they wrote, Nathan.
They did mention it briefly.
I think Joppa mentioned it on stream.
And Joppa also mentioned it.
Oh,
neither of these was on the roadmap. But yeah, the Joppa says section. These both have been mentioned. The other is Need Before Greed loot system.
Oh, come on.
That's not till summer. That's not till summer.
Still, you said looking forward to 2026.
Spring update.
No,
spring update. I said spring update.
Oh, I thought it just said 2026. Is it spring update?
I'm gonna allow that.
All right, we'll allow it. All right, we'll allow it.
We'll allow it.
Since Diabolu said we're gonna allow it, so we're allowing it.
Only because I know what I'm gonna say.
I deleted fishing.
All right, I'm done.
Charm.
Put fishing back on mine.
Yeah, charm's gonna be huge.
Charm's gonna be.
What do you think, actually, interestingly, about the enchanter? What do you think of spell turn?
Oh, love that.
Which one?
Spell turn.
Spell turn.
I love it. I think it's one of the greatest spells. Enchanters underuse it. Like I talk about it all the time. I'm one of these players that I love testing that. I love, like, I still see enchanters that are lower level than me, and they ask me about it, and I'm like, look, go to Hangor and fight a shaman that puts down ancestral fire and steal their fire and put it down on top of your tank and see what happens to your healer's heals and what happens to your tank. And you have to communicate. You have to tell your tank, hey, this is my fire. It looks just like the enemy fire, so you don't have to run away from it. But it is such a huge thing. And there's multiple examples of spells that you can take. And with mastery, that spell can be huge.
That's the one thing. Like I could almost, and I know this is going to be a hot take that everybody's going to hate me for, I could almost forgive them for not putting charm in if they expanded on spell turn, because I think it's such a unique and interesting idea to explore with the enchanter. I thought it'd be amazing, but then looking at that, I'm not entirely sure what other abilities you could do with it. Sorry?
I would not go that far to say they don't need charm in the game, but no, we were talking about class defining things, and I think spell turn is one of those. I think you have a potential with spell turn, you have a potential with the mastery system, you have potential with like added items where I talked about where maybe you get an item that affects spell turn and get, you can hold on to the spell for a longer duration, or you can get 2 charges of a spell when you steal it, or there's so many different potential things that you could do with that system. I think that's a class-defining spell right there. Like, and that's the kind of thing where I look at spells like that, I look at charm, I look at these other things, and then I look at a class like the Dire Lord and Call of the Dire and go, that spell should be way cooler. That ability should be way cooler than what it is. And there's a lot of classes where I look at their abilities and go, there's a lot of potential. They just need to get a little creative. And they can do that with the items. They can do that with mastery. They just need to grasp onto that idea and really go for it.
Diabolu, I'll take it one step further. I think that they should have just nixed charm from the beginning, because it has such a rich history in EverQuest, and it's got such like a tradition. And I just think that like I don't think there's any winning with charm, because it's just like it's either going to be too overpowered or it's not going to be useful at all. Like that's how I look at charm and how I figure like it's going to be. And so I just don't think there's any win for VR to have charm. I think they should have just focused on the spell turning, made that the cool feature. I know, Dorkachu, I know you're not happy, but
that's my take as well. Like, I think particularly with the way that Visionary Realms seem to like want to control everything that's happening in their game, you're going to have charm in the game, and then you're going to try and charm something, and it's like, no, sorry, you can't charm this one.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, yeah, that particular mob would be too strong if you charmed it, so we're not going to let you do that one, but you can go and get that spider over there. I think it's, like you say, I think it's just treading the line. I'm not entirely sure they're going to nail it, but
it's got too much. It's got too much history.
I think we got to get over this whole notion of like things have to be fair. right?
Yeah.
Like things don't have to be fair.
I'm with you.
You know,
Things have to be broken. This is something they've
Yep.
said is every class
Yeah.
is supposed to be OP in their own
Yeah.
way. That's
Yep.
the
I agree with
vision.
that.
That's how
I-
this game was supposed to.
Yeah, like this whole like, well, you know, there'll be a 2 OP. Okay, but just there's also a lot of risk, right? So you get a really high mob, just like an EverQuest, it's gonna break all the time, right? It's gonna probably kill you, right? Unless you're super skilled. I'm gonna give a little shout out to Rob, actually, Random Rob.
Mesmer
He's
of
really good
Dragons.
at that. Yeah, he's really good at like. He should not have this charmed pet. He should not, by all rights and purposes. And I've been in groups with him where he made it work by the skin of his teeth. You know what I mean? Like it was fun as crap because it was like any moment this plan of ours, which solely our whole group is kind of focused on this pet he had charmed, and we're killing giants that we should not be fighting at our level, right? But because of his pet, we were able to do so, right? But at the risk of death every pull. You know what I mean? Like the charm was breaking several times per pull, right? But we were doing it, and it was so fun. Like, who cares that he was OP? We were all having so much fun.
That's what I've said about balancing charm, is the way, and other games have proven this. You don't balance charm by saying, okay, we're going to reduce the mob's DPS by 40%, or we're going to take away the abilities that we use. No, you make it incredibly dangerous to the point of, and you guys have all heard me say it, in real EQ, not talking about TLPs or any of this stuff where people studied it for 20 years. In real EQ, it was less than 5% of the population of enchanters that were able to charm mobs and keep them and sustain them. I raided in a high-end guild. I was the only enchanter allowed to do it because guess what? The other enchanters had all wiped not only themselves, not only their groups, the entire raid multiple times, because you get some pet and you buff it up and you give it the best proccing weapons, and that thing breaks loose in the middle of a raid, it just wipes everybody. That's how you balance charm, is you make it so, yeah, the top 5%, the top 1%, the top 2%, that's what VR has control over, is what percentage of players are good enough to actually do this. And you do that by not letting people have 100-line macros and auto casting stuff.
Whoa! Hold on now. Hold on.
Down with the macro.
You
Whoa.
this
We're not afraid to exploit.
so dangerous that when you get into a group, a normal pug group as an enchanter, it should be normal for your group to go, no, don't charm a mob. We don't trust you. We don't want you to charm a mob. And you have to be like, trust me, I'm that good. I can do it. I'm not going to kill you.
Put me in, coach.
Prove yourself.
Yeah.
Gulo, that's every group I've ever been in.
Yeah.
They're just like, Draq, we don't trust you.
All this charm talk.
Because you're AFK for 20 minutes.
Whoa!
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh!
All this EQ talk was reminding me of when I was on the EQ2 Origin server, back when I still actually liked that server. And Coercer's charm was actually
whole 2
good.
weeks that it was?
And there was, the whole 2 weeks. And it was really good. And he had these Coercers like, listen, there's this one mob in this dungeon, and if we can charm it, it's really good, and it's going to delete stuff. And so I was in a group in Fallen Gate where we went to this, took an hour to get all the way to this one type of mob that spawns. He charmed it, started getting all the way back, and he died instantly.
Nice.
And we had to kill it. So it was all for nothing.
Very good.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I don't even remember where we're at. Diabolu, are you still going? Is that where we're at?
I've got one. I can go last if you want.
No.
Let's have Mr.
no,
C. Mr. C.
Oh,
always
Mr.
keeps
C's
going
up. Mr. C, are you
He's-
done?
Wait,
Diablo still has one.
No, Diablo. Yep. Okay.
I can still go last. It's fine.
Yep. Go Diablo.
Oh, me? You want me?
Yep.
Okay.
Keep going.
So I'm going to do the summer one.
No, you're perfect.
I'm really excited for Ferrothale. Okay, just let me have 2 seconds for excitement for Ferrothale. Yeah, I get my home city. The spring update. I am, as you've probably seen from the videos that appeared on my channel a few weeks ago or a few days ago, the mastery system. Incredibly excited for the mastery system, and also incredibly nervous for the mastery system because there's so much potential there, and there's such a high ceiling for what they could do. I really hope they kind of do push all the way up to the top and try and get as much variety and as much interest and as much class-defining differentiation in there as they can, because it could be amazing. Like I dug deep as soon as they announced it and what it was going to look like. I was like, I'm gonna have to do a class and just like scribble down ideas and see where they would fit. And then I did the rogue.
And I
I'm
love your
just like,
theory craft.
the rogue ideas were just if the mastery system looks anything like that, I'm gonna be absolutely buzzing. For all the classes, come on, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
It looks real good on paper.
can't wait. Show me the money. Show me those
Show me the
$8.5 million.
money. And Ferrothale.
Yeah. Both great. Both super great. All right. Nathan, you're next. You did one? Didn't do one?
Yeah. No, I didn't do one.
Hit
so
us.
obviously, can't believe this one didn't get taken already. Joppa said it was, and he's right, guys. The unified NPC templates are going to be the most exciting thing. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, guys, I don't think they're going to do it. I got to be honest. I don't think it's going to make it for
We're back to
spring, okay?
chevrons.
But if they really do get the boats in there, and they got the Sea Dragon hatchery and all that, and that's really a thing, and there's some going out and actually making a boat, and you got to get there kind of thing, which is at least what I'm envisioning is how that would all work. Then that dungeon itself, you get there, you get off your boat, maybe you go in the dungeon a little bit on the boat. That would be even cooler. And there's a couple little spots you can cruise on your boat through like a little cavern as you go through.
Big dragon mouth.
Yeah, and there's some like entry level camp spots on some little spots inside the cave, and you're kind of looking for your little camp spot, and then you eventually have to get off the boat, and then there's some underwater, and there's some secret little tunnels and little hidden pockets to camp in and stuff like that. Like, that's the way I imagine it. It's probably not going to be that cool, but it might be. I think eventually it will be that cool, even if it doesn't release that cool. That's just super exciting to me. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a good time. And I don't think you could really beat that. That just sounds so much fun.
Yeah, I think we've got the houseboat joke going for
Houseboat?
a while. When they did that, when they did the housing survey, and then they prompted the idea of a houseboat, we have been excited about having a boat, having a houseboat, having all that boat travel and boat housing is very exciting. So we're not letting the houseboat thing go. We're not letting the houseboat thing go, and we're not letting group gathering go. Neither of those things, and we're not letting progeny go. We're not.
You need to let
group
progeny
gathering
go.
on there?
No, it's not.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't even reading the question.
No,
I just
they
heard,
will
yeah,
not
sorry,
talk
I wasn't
about
even
group
clammed up.
gathering.
I just heard progeny and I clammed up.
God damn it. Just let progeny go.
It's not being let go.
Excited. Onward and upward.
All right, Mr. C. Spring
So
update.
This one will depend based on how it's implemented, but the class updates could be really great depending on what they add, because right now there's a lot of class stuff in there, but there's, especially for Ranger, I think Ranger's in a good spot, but there's a lot, you hit a point where it's like, it's all the same. You hit like 20 plus, all the abilities are the same. They're just 2 and 3 and 4. I want more cool stuff. Give me more cool stuff, VR. All right? I want more cool stuff.
And
That's the
most
best
importantly,
answer,
Mr. C, something to anchor to, right? Like, let's get it done, and then we can base the game around a finished product and what to expect. It's
right.
It just, everything is willy-nilly until that's done.
And obviously, this is probably the biggest one, just the new content. Whatever new content they release, we will be excited to see it. And when we go to that new content, we will be happy for exactly 1 minute, and then we'll start complaining.
1 minute. 1 minute of guaranteed happiness.
Yeah, 1 minute.
With the class updates that are coming, just a quick one. I want everybody who's in the call now pick one ability from your main class that you play that is terrible and it never makes it on the bar, like the favorite one or your favorite one, and how you would change it, and how cool it would be if you could change it to XYZ.
All right, I nailed Jump into the Wall on this one, which is the Mana Stone or / the Draq Rock. If you don't know, your wizard has it's like a level 8 spell where you summon like what used to be called a Mod Rod in EQ, and you hand it out to the other mana users, and then they can right click on the Mana Stone / Draq Rock, and they get a little mana back, and it is super clutch at low levels. You can give it to your healers, and they can be out of mana, and they right click the rock, and they get a little mana back, and they can cast that last heal, and poof, your party is saved. But it just doesn't scale. There's no it's super easy. You just got to give me another spell at 20 and 30 or 40 or whatever, right? And so I think that the Mod Rod implementation, if you're going to put it on the wizard, I think it needs to be all the way to 50, and this is a super easy fix, and I want you to add that in for the wizard. Dymlos, one skill.
The problem is I need
Draq's
more
answer should have been
warrior
evac.
skills. The warrior
evac also
just doesn't really have its whole kit together. It never has. So it's tough to say, can we get rid of one of these or change one of these? Because I haven't seen the whole thing yet. But there's a lot to fix in that class. Like there's several damaging moves and stunning moves that just don't really work in the game right now. Now maybe when the time to kill improves and I get all these things that are like, if the mob is at 35%, then it also does this. Or if the mob is at 15%, it also... Problem is I've got a wizard in my group, and it never hits 25, 35% because it just dies. So both of those skills are just completely gone. Joppa's been using the Storm a lot, and I tried to use it the last time we all grouped together a little bit, but I hate it. I'm usually the puller of the group, so I never can intercept a mob from a monk or anything like that. So I would like to see that turned into the Paladin / Dire Lord pull that they all have, because that thing is so good. Pulling mobs out of groups and out of places where they are on their pathing to the group. Plus, when you're a tank, it's all about keeping the mob in one place and the group moves around you, right? The number one raid tank lesson you learn is once you are set, that's where it is. And everything screws up when it moves away from that point. So for me to be moving around and jumbling around to storm on different things when someone pulls off a mob, I can't go to the mob. They need to come to me and bring it back to the spot so that the raid knows it's still here and this is a good place where we can start attacking again. Our tank has you can't just, when it runs off, you can't just keep hitting it. You have to hold on, let it get control again, and then come back to it. Anyway, there's a lot of the warrior needs. That's why I told Joppa he needed to play the warrior. I told him he needed his next class had to be it, because it's just so not even close to being done or good. I mean, it's fun. I have a lot of fun with those banners. Like if we could get more mo beta banners that I could juggle more than just one, I'd be in heaven. That'd be great. But anyway.
That sounds like a mastery thing.
Yeah.
Two banners at once.
Moving on. Gulo, other than Charm, is there any
well,
skills?
Charm's not in. And I'm kind of torn. Like Enchanter, I feel like has a fair amount of spells that you could improve. But the one that's like really comes to mind when you talk about useless, and it's not used. I've seen it used a couple times, but this is how I feel about it. When I've seen it used successfully, my brain goes to, why does this person have it on their bar? Like you were in this group for hours and you just used that spell and it worked one time, and you could be here for another 6 hours and never use that spell again, but you have it on your bar, and it's the Mind Wipe spell. It's the aggro reset spell. And I've joked about it. You guys have probably heard me talk about how's it going to work with first to engage. Am I going to be able to just troll people and come up and mind wipe somebody's first to engage mob with a dot on it, and my dot tick is going to take the first to engage credit? They got a lot of stuff that'll get me on a whole nother tangent about how first to engage is going to work. But I think that spell could be a lot more useful. Maybe with mastery, maybe involved with pulling and that kind of stuff. Maybe you can help with split pulling by resetting mobs in the middle of the pool. There's some potential there. Again, VR, get creative. Look at items to change the spell. Look at mastery. Look at the cooldowns. Look at different ways it could potentially be used. Maybe make it so that you can combo it with the Lyrith's Calm, and maybe that doubles up on how it works or something.
What's the
But I just
cooldown on
feel
it?
like I don't even remember. I don't
I
even
can't even remember what
remember
it
the
is.
name of it because I don't use it very like I've had it on my bar maybe twice just to test it out, and I was like, this is kind of useless. Like I like I said, the one or two times I've seen somebody successfully use it, I questioned more of like, are you useless to our group?
What
Yeah,
have you?
it worked that one time, but you're wasting a spell slot the rest of
Yeah.
99% of the time. The other thing, if I had to say about the Enchanter, and I think you guys might all agree with this, is weapon techniques. Like I
Oh.
feel like my weapon techniques, other than putting up stuff for other people to use, is kind of useless. And you
It's
play
for
other
me.
classes and go, man, like my weapon techniques feel cool. You Dire Lord weapon techniques, you feel like, oh man, I'm debuffing the mob and buffing myself and doing different things. And yeah, the Enchanter, I'm like, why?
I'm not sure
So
any
hopefully
casters have
the
good
change,
techniques.
yeah,
No.
hopefully the changes there are good. But yeah, the big spell that I think of, like, if an Enchanter shows me their hot bar and I'm gonna shrug and be like, why do you have that on your bar? It's gonna be the Mind Wipe spell, and I think that could get him.
Diabolu.
Oh, me? Have I got to pick one?
You got to pick
Yeah.
one.
Oh God.
Your question, you got to do it.
Gotta pick one.
I'll go to the end. Give me a
All
second
right,
to think about
Nathan.
it.
What I forgot the question, guys. I got so deep into Gulogulo, I really don't remember the question at all.
If you
What
could
Pick
was
an
the
ability.
if you could change
Pick an
one
ability
ability
on your main
Oh,
class that you've never used and how you would improve it.
I'm not going to be able to answer. I've not played the game in 3 months, so I'm not in
Nathan
tune.
doesn't have anything on his hotbar that
really-
he doesn't push. He pushes
I-
all
it's
the
true.
buttons all the time.
Face roll,
I-
face
I-
roll, face roll.
I'm gonna answer this for Nathan. He would make it so that his AoE ability wouldn't break Mez.
Oh.
Yes, that would be great. Just me. Just me.
Just for
not
Nathan.
not the
Well, no one else.
paladin. Not just me. Just for me.
And also,
Right.
also make lay on hands like a 10-minute cooldown. Then you'd be perfect.
There you go.
I will say this: when I played, well, I think in September. I think
What
was when
Nathan needs,
before
this
all
is
began.
the real change. Lay of Hands needs a pop-up to confirm that you want to use it.
Yeah.
So that you don't accidentally
Are you
use
sure?
it.
Give me a toggle on that. I really would like that. I do accidentally freaking click that because it's lit up, it's available, and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't used that yet. What does that do again? Oh, my freaking lay on hands, I wasted it, and I always waste it right before, like 30 seconds before I needed to use it for real. Every time.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Every time.
I will say that there wasn't an ability when I last played that I even remembered that the paladin had that I thought was useless. I remember that I remember there was a lot of abilities that maybe were useless for specific situations, like solo versus being in a group. But I don't remember there being an ability that I thought was actually useless on that class.
Well, luckily, you only need to keep one spell on your bar, and that's Smite. You just don't even put anything else on there. Just smite, and you're good to go. Paladin over.
Don't be a hater.
I hate it. Nathan, it killed me. They ruined the Paladin.
Go back to your banners.
I thought it was great. Wait, what the heck's going on? Didn't you just tell me earlier in the stream that the Paladin
Everybody
was
else but
awesome
me
and
loves
perfect?
it. Everybody
Oh,
else.
you
but me
didn't
loves
say.
it.
Everybody else said it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
I hate it.
Mr. C, one skill you would change.
So this one's going to be very interesting because VR said this was an iconic ranger ability. That's the animal calm ability where you it's like a 3 or 5 minute cooldown and you just
you make friends
an
with it.
animal. You make friends with it. It just sits there. It doesn't do anything. I've never had this on my bar. I've used it exactly one time. And in fact, the wording was so weird. People thought that rangers just had charm for some reason. And people are like, oh, rangers have charm. This is stupid. Before enchanters, what the hell? I don't know how I would fix it though. Maybe like what I would want to add to a ranger is like more pull utility, maybe not just for ranger, but for other classes, just more pull utility. I know Jopless talked about a distraction arrow where like you'd shoot an arrow, then like the mobs, they would kind of like be distracted and move towards it, and you'd be able to pull it single better. But yeah, I don't know how I would fix it. It's just such a weird ability. It probably has some very weird situations that might be useful, but for the most part, it's useless.
All right, Diabolu.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads on the rogue. I get carried away with like improving all the abilities on the rogue. Like the easy ones are things like when you backstab out of stealth, you can reduce the cooldown of backstab and half the cooldown, so you can use it again pretty soon. You could have escape artist has got quite a long cooldown on it, which is the one where you can drop aggro and kind of shift back into the shadows and drop the aggro on the mob, and that's got such a long cooldown on it. It's like it's got a 5-minute cooldown on it. And if you drop that down to like a 2-minute cooldown, or even like a 3-minute or 2-minute, 1.5, I don't know. If you drop it down until it becomes an interesting ability, then that starts becoming quite a cool one for rogue pulling. Like I could pull and then almost like not quite feign death, but I could drop aggro and do things like that. But ultimately, the one that I have a history of telling VR to sort something out about it is Unstable Mixture, which I am a level 50 rogue, and I've been a level 50 rogue for 6 months. I've still not bought it. It's an ability. I don't know if anybody's ever played a rogue. If anybody's in chat and has played the rogue, then you'll know all about it. But for those of you who haven't, it's an ability where you cast it on the mob, and it has one of 4 things that happens. So it either reduces the cooldown of your techniques. Well, that's kind of cool. It reduces the chance that the mob is going to dodge. Well, that's kind of cool. I'm hitting the mob more. It improves your crit chance. Well, that's bloody good. Oh, or it makes the mob run away in fear for 10 seconds.
Very bad.
And it's just going to go and get all its mates and bring all its mates back.
As Mark said in chat,
let chaos reign.
That is
It's
Slayheim's
it's nuts. Like it's so stupid. It had a period of about 2 weeks where they changed the wording so that the mobs didn't flee in fear, they cowered in fear. So they just kind of like stood there and didn't attack for a couple of seconds, and at that point it became really interesting and really good. But then they changed it back to fear again. So I would split that and have it as 2 abilities, one that did the negative things and one that did the positive things. So improves your crit and reduces your technique cooldown. Have that as 1 ability, and then have flee in fear and it reduce its dodge chance, and have that as a separate ability, a separate little vial of toxins and things. So yeah, that's my.
Speaking of Slayheim, he's in chat.
Yeah, you brought him out of the shadows.
You brought him out of the shadows.
Way to go, Vindini.
How you doing, Slay?
That's what I did.
Yeah, I did a video on that like 3 years ago, and it's still relevant.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well,
I get a turn. Can I have a quick turn?
Quickly,
again?
Vindini, quickly.
Quickly. Shaman Chronoburn needs to come back in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Missed Shaman spell from pre-alpha. That spell was so clutch so many times. You'd be like, do I cast this heal or do I take one more chance at Chronoburn? Because it kept getting resisted, and it would land and it would save you and be so happy. And Druid, all the buffs except for Sao are poopy diapers. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good one, the Shaman.
All right, everybody. We appreciate you, everybody, hanging out. I already took this longer than we wanted to go, but
I'm starving.
we can't.
We haven't eaten dinner yet. Let's go.
My wife's probably like, what the heck is going on? Winter's probably texting Nathan as we speak. Like, you said it was only going to be 90 minutes.
I make no promises on time to my wife for this show.
This is Draq. You know it's going 2 hours. Come on now.
I tell her it's over when it's over. I make no promises.
All right, guys. Well, we can't leave without pumping you guys up. Each one of these individuals are content creators in their own right. Some, obviously, you know my crew. We partner with each other. We stream together on Monday nights for the After Dark. Great guys. Nathan Napalm, he's been a little dark, but coming back. So, and then Diabolu, our new friend from across the pond. We're so excited to get to know you a little better, and thank you so much for coming tonight.
We need you to
Should
walk
put it,
us
thank you
through
very much.
Ashbreathers. We're gonna
Yeah,
reach out.
we're waiting for that
Yes.
Ashbreathers video. So
and all the multi-group
So-
content that you can show us.
So I had all my dream team in Discord have been buzzing messages saying that we'll take you through Ashbreathers. So
very
Sweet.
cool.
if you
Looking
are
forward
around
to
at
it.
any point, we'll
Love
give
that.
you a
Looking forward
tour.
to it.
Looking forward to it. So upcoming stuff you wanna promo on your own channel. Gulogulo, you go first.
Same old, same old. Just tune in for the After Dark on Monday nights and Bros Before Foes Friday nights, and you know where to find us. Gulogulo_gaming on Twitch, Mr. C, SGL. That's
We love our channel.
come find us.
We love our Gulo.
Perfect. Diabolu.
Yeah, just check out Live Taps and Backstabs on YouTube. It is on Twitch as well, but I'm not entirely sure I'll stream on Twitch too much. I also stream as Chris Frossin, but that's completely separate as painting. So yeah, Live Taps and Backstabs on YouTube. It'd be amazing to hit 1,000 subscribers pretty soon. I want to do some more kind of deep dives. I'd love to do another Mastery deep dive, maybe the Necro or something. But if you want to throw some suggestions out there on which one you want me to do next. Yeah.
Do you have any tennis videos?
It's going to be really, really good fun for next year. And thanks very much for the invite. That was really cool. Really kind of you.
Nathan Napalm, 28 of the 31 people in this chat are here because they want to see and hear what you're going to do next. So what is it that Nathan Napalm has on the schedule?
So here's what I have planned. So with the new gig, I am basically expanding a company's territory into unknown lands we've not been, into parts of the country where our particular business model hasn't been exploited yet. So it's quite busy, go, and very deadline timed, and no real time that I'm not at work, if that makes sense, because even if I'm not at work, my phone has to be available for calls from contractors, etc. So I just can't stream right now. Like, it would be actually impossible. However, I'm going to be getting a lot of my time back. So there is coming soon, supposedly.
Would you say by
January
spring?
12th.
Would you say spring?
Oh,
Like a
definitely
spring
by
update?
It should be. So this should have already been over. This was supposed to have ended last month, but due to weather and things like that, some building projects got delayed, and life happened, and so it's been delayed. However, everything looks really on point for January 12th. That my final big project will be done, let's say, and my 10th board game, we'll say.
Nice. Very well played.
And so around that time, right? Around that time, I should be returning. So mid-January, I should be. I will have to take it easy on the streaming because, once again, I do have a job where I have to be available. So I'll pick a day, or at least one day a week I'll stream at a certain time. It'll have to be on a very. It'll have to be scheduled. However, making videos again, I should be able to get back busy. Very soon. If you just want to hear my beautiful voice, though, and some of my creative ideas, I do have a partner who's been keeping a YouTube channel that's doing really well. He does most of the work. I just kind of do some voice recordings, and I do help write the stories, and I do some of the art. So if you want to check that out, that is wildly going crazy if you're into horror. It's animated horror. Right, Dymlos? So if you want to check that out, that's Nightmares at Midnight, and it's my voice all over the whole channel. Just understand, because I had a lot of people mad at me, like, "Oh, you got time for that?" Like, you got to understand, I have a friend who's really running that channel. I'm just the voice and help with the creative aspects of it. But look forward to me returning mid-January, at least heavy on the video content.
Everyone's so glad to hear your voice again, Nathan. We're happy you were able to join us here too, man. That means a lot to us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I mean, people are always asking where you are.
Constantly.
Every episode.
Every stream we do.
Everything we do.
They're like,
who left.
"Where's Nathan?" Like we're related to you. Like we got you on the tracker. Well, currently he's in Albuquerque. But yeah, super excited. Looking forward to seeing on some MMO stuff. I can't do the horror stuff. I'm sorry, Nathan.
No problem.
I can't do the cringe pony or the horror.
I have to quickly interject this. So take a wild guess what Draq put in his top 5 for horror games. Nathan Napalm.
Oh, what?
Wait,
Draq
which
put?
one? Which top 5?
Gosh,
I know which
whole
one
game, the whole
Mr.
game.
C's going with.
Which one?
when Draq picked water for his favorite snack.
Number 2 snack.
Sorry, ice.
Number 2 snack.
Was it ice or water?
No, it was water.
It's literally
It was water.
water. It's just who knows, man? Who knows what he would have put?
Do you want me to answer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for
Yeah,
it. You
He
should
put
tell it.
Oregon Trail. He put Oregon Trail and Mist in his top 5.
Okay, Mist is a little eerie, you know.
Sure.
I would say,
But
it's a
Oregon
little creepy.
Trail. Oregon Trail.
There was a lot of death to dysentery. Do you know how awful that is?
That's not scary. It was so scary they put an elementary freaking computer lab.
Yeah.
Educational game, quote unquote educational game.
Education is scary.
It is scary, especially here in America.
All right. I'm about to
so
cut
it's
Mr. C off, but tell us what you got coming up, Mr. C.
Okay, so what's coming up this week? If you don't know, I also have a YouTube channel at Mr. Coddleshire on YouTube. And I stream to both YouTube and Twitch, and I upload videos sometimes. I recently did a best and worst games of the year, but I did them as an award show. It was kind of fun. As for what's coming up in the near future, I will be playing more Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo on Sunday. Hold on, my cat's chewing on stuff. Hey, listen, can I outro cat, please?
Can
And
I get
also,
1
might
minute,
be
cat?
Yeah, 1 minute. You're gonna get fed afterwards. All right, you'll live. And then I'll be since there's not a lot of MMO stuff coming, I'll be playing this weird MMO. You might have to find out later. I don't know. Thursday.
Aaron Shore 2?
It's not Aaron Shore 2. It's weirder.
Weirder than Air Shore. Okay.
I'll ask me about it later.
Nice. Well, for us, we're full steam ahead in 2026. We're going to be doing Pantheon as we always do. We're also doing a lot of Monsters and Memories. We got Nicodemus in chat, one of the devs over there for Monsters and Memories. So we're very excited for that. A lot of Monsters and Memories stuff coming up next year. We'll be hitting that pretty hard too. And then, of course, don't forget all your co-op gameplay with the bros on Friday nights. So lots of old school gaming, lots of fun stuff coming up in 2026.
Static Noob Life.
Static Noob Live. Signing out. Everybody wave bye-bye to the people. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Happy New Year.
Merry New Year.